left is attacking my bowel movements. My toilet is under attack from the woke left.
Definitely tired.
He's tired.
He's sleepy.
Ever notice how dark and sunken in my eyes are?
We've noticed how dark the bags under your eyes are, buddy. I only talk about it every day. He's raccoon man.
Little tired today. It was a long
He's
night.
always tired.
What are you fresh?
Oh, man, look at him, though. He is tired.
I'm going to take a nap.
Take a day off.
Look at his eyes. They're just bloodshot. Look at his left eye. It's completely bloodshot.
I'm tired, boss.
What are you guys going up to? What are you guys going up to?
Fail.
What are you guys up to this weekend?
Whoa!
Oh, there we go.
Whoa!
Oh, buddy.
Distraction alert.
He has a problem with words. His brain doesn't work so good.
He's not focused.
He's trying to be an actual entertainer with these problems.
Oh, shit.
He's mushmouth. He looks like my UPS delivery guy. Not the first person to say that.
Yep.
It seems to be a universal recognition that he looks like a fucking UPS driver.
Well, now I'm just going to upload all the terrible ones so you guys can watch me suffer. Or suffer, as some people like to say.
He's rolled over and showed his udders and just embraced being a lolcow. He's like, yeah, I guess I'm in my lolcow era, boys. Here you go. Make sure you get this close up when you milk my udders.
I just jumped on. I just did my little trampoline.
I want to see Jared do tricks on the trampoline. You think Jared can do a 360 backflip, buddy? He's going to poo his pants on the trampoline, guaranteed.
I'm going to have to shit for sure.
The pooth is out there, pal.
I have anxiety diarrhea.
He has anxiety diarrhea.
I was getting like diarrhea a lot. I had to run a red light and still some came out.
Can you imagine if he did run the red light and just T-bone a family and like paralyze some? Officer, I'm sorry I killed that family of 4, but I couldn't shit my pants. Your political live stream, sir.
You've never had the joy of pissing in your own basement.
The wokest are owned, good sir.
And the left, that's the #1 insult.
The left.
Are you for real, bro? It's anybody who would hear it would make fun of you.
If I eat healthy, explosive diarrhea.
You don't have to tell anybody this shit. No one wants to know about your shit. You shitter. The left is attacking my bowel movements. My toilet is under attack from the woke left. No, I'm pretty sure your toilet's under attack from you, good sir.
To bring back the shit stories, I'll share them.
No.
Sometimes they'll have bathrooms available if they're like a park or something like that. Usually it's where like homeless people shoot up. I had like a diarrhea moment.
This is your quartering heritage moment. His diarrhea moment.
Buddy.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and shout out to Lazy Shell. Description in the video for the channel who created the animation we opened with. I wanted to start with that because this is perfectly part of my arguments tonight. Are we allowed as a culture and a community to make fun of a public figure? Of course we are. But this anti-woke, anti-culture, cancel culture clown, I'm talking about you, the quartering. Didn't you base your whole career on, oh, the woke left is trying to cancel people and that's unacceptable and you're a free speech warrior? Now he is straight up threatening people's YouTube channels. And in my opinion, and by the way, I just want to preface this by saying I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a prosecutor with any knowledge of these things, and I'm not just a lawyer of any type. I should have tried to get a law tuber here to show you some of these private messages that this guy is sending, which to me look like an extortion attempt. You do this or I will destroy your livelihood. This guy is saying, first I'm going to take your YouTube channel, then I'm going to get with the guys who run Kick. And he did. And there's proof of all this, and there's screenshots of all this. I'm going to destroy your livelihood if you don't take these videos making fun of me down. And, before we get into this, one thing that's very important to establish is that this guy is the biggest hypocrite that I've ever seen. And I could show you a perfect example of that right here. Oh, sorry about that. Because what this clown, this fat, disgusting, greedy pig clown is saying to the world is that the Kino Casino or anybody else, and by the way, there's a long list of people that he has tried to intimidate, threaten into silence, use lawfare against. You got to have a GoFundMe to pay for the legal expenses to go after a critic, and his audience has to pay for it. But this is the perfect example. And the Kino Casino mentioned this on their show yesterday, which, by the way, I believe that was the best Kino Casino episode ever. And that's saying a lot because we've got a lot of great episodes, a lot of great stories. They mentioned this guy is saying nobody's allowed to make fun of me on the internet. Look what this guy did to Brie Larson. How many videos making fun of Brie Larson has this guy made? Look at this. It goes for years. He's made fun of Brie Larson because she's a public figure and he's allowed to do that. But apparently nobody else is allowed to make fun of him, or he will threaten your YouTube channel, he's threatened to take away everything they have. Threaten their livelihood, their YouTube channel, their Kick channel, their ability to entertain their audience, their ability to make a living doing what they do, which, by the way, you moron, do you know how many fans they have? And let's talk for a second about the stupidity of the quartering. Look, we're still going. Captain Marvel tricking fans into buying tickets, sad. These are all videos making fun of Brie Larson. He's been doing it for years. And of course he's making fun of her. And he's making money making fun of her. But nobody's allowed to make fun of him, or especially not make money making fun of him. And I think we can get to the root of what really bothered him about this, is that he's going broke. Because his normal tactic of cry poor and make the audience pay for his own mistakes and business failures isn't working anymore. Because the Kino Casino boys have been ripping him to shreds. By the way, proving over and over again that he grifts his audience. That's the only way to say it. When you tell your audience, send me this much money and I'll send you a signed Christmas card, signed by me and the cast of the quarter cast or whatever, which, by the way, isn't a real show. It's him paying girls to hang out with him because he's a loser. Can't get a woman to hang out with him any other way, I guess. That's a vanity project. They're not even breaking even. He's losing money every time he does one of those shows based on the views that I'm seeing and the lack of chat and the lack of super chats, the lack of support, lack of memberships. He's not even breaking even on that. But isn't it interesting? The Kino Casino boys have receipts for everything that they've talked about and made fun of him for, like taking money from your audience and saying, I'll send you a signed Christmas card by me and the cast. And then he was too lazy to even do that. Did the cards ever go out? Last I heard, he was going to turn them into Valentine's Day cards. So December, January, February, 3 months, you couldn't sign cards and send them off to the people who gave you money? Why don't you just refund the money? And by the way, this is just one example of the things that the Kino Casino have exposed about him. And, I have an awful lot of experience. When you start exposing people who are grifting their audience, they don't like it. They don't like it. And then they do things like threaten your YouTube channel. It's happened here. We've had Corey Good try to strike out our channel. We've had people threaten us with stupid lawsuits and all kinds of things. But before we begin, I want to take a moment to recognize some kind and generous folks and let you know we are a viewer-supported show. I'm going to read every single super chat because I love my audience and we appreciate our audience, and I do what we say we're going to do for the audience. If I say, if you send a super chat, I'm going to read it, I'm going to read it. Unlike you quartering. Looking fresh, Steve. Unemployed for now, so here's a 5 for the cause. I'm sure you have a ton of stories about deplatforming. Yeah, I was just going to get into that. So many people have tried to take away our platform here, which is one of the reasons I started a Kick, so we'd have a backup in case God forbid anything happened, but thank you, USS Mariner, for your kindness, generosity, and support. And we've got Sobel's Crazy, free Hannah Claire. Yeah, let's get that hashtag going. That poor, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for anybody that has to work for this fat pig clown, because he basically humiliates them. And if you see the kind of stuff that he says about Luke and the ladies that do his show, if it wasn't for the big fat checks I guess he's paying them, nobody would put up with that. So thank you, Sobel's Crazy, and thanks for being a member as well. And yes, let's free Hannah Claire after tonight. Anime Chris, this guy pretends to be a Christian, talks about poo, and scams his audience on the daily. What's worse, he's a broke bitch. Sad, pathetic. I agree with you. And thank you, Anime Chris, for your kindness, generosity, and long-term show support. Now, ordinarily, I like to go off the cuff. I don't like scripting things. But given that I haven't covered him, the quartering, Jeremy Hamley, I haven't covered him extensively. So I made a point of doing a great deal of research and writing out my talking points here so that I don't misspeak or say anything objectionable. So, and also I suddenly realized, like, this is way off the beaten path for us, and I get that. So if you're here for UFO grifting, scammers getting busted, just know that this guy's just like a UFO grifting scammer. Just he's the anti-woke political version of that same thing. Jeremy Hambley's pathetic empire of outrage, begging, and bullying critics. Jeremy Hambley, better known by his YouTube handle, The Quartering, has spent over a decade now cosplaying as a fearless anti-woke warrior, railing against get woke, go broke, and woke cancel culture, while quietly perfecting his own grift, milking his audience dry with endless sob stories, failed businesses, and hypocritical cries of poverty, all while sitting on an estimated $5.5 million net worth. The self-proclaimed huge grifter, those were his own words, by the way, he once delivered with a smirk, built a career not on principles, not on great entertaining content, but on manufactured outrage and fan-funded bailouts, and a well-documented history of sicking his audience on critics like a digital mob boss of some kind. The man who screams about cancel culture is one of its most enthusiastic practitioners when it suits him. From Magic the Gathering harasser to professional victim, Hambley's origin story is quite interesting. He started in the Magic the Gathering community, with channels like Magic the Gathering Headquarters and Unsleeved Media, churning out content that crossed into outright harassment. In 2017, he targeted cosplayer Christine Sprankle in a now deleted video, accusing her of playing the victim for Patreon bucks. By the way, if anybody has that video, please email it to me at truthseekershow@gmail.com. I wasn't able to locate it today, but I'd love to see it and play it for my audience so we could see just kind of a scumbag this guy is and probably has always been. This video violated YouTube's harassment policies, triggering a wave of abuse against her and led to her actually quitting Magic the Gathering entirely. Wizards of the West Coast banned him for life from their events. Hambley naturally played the victim, claiming he was the one doxxed and review bombed. Fast forward to Gen Con in 2018, Hambley got sucker punched outside a bar by Matt Loader, who later apologized and lost his job over the incident. But instead of letting it go, Hambley turned it into content gold for himself. He posted photos, asked fans to identify the attacker, and watched as they doxed him across many different forms of social media. Gen Con then banned Hambley for life for targeted online bullying. So we can see that the Quartering has a history of what he's trying to do to the Kino Casino, a long and documented history. And by the way, Quartering, you moron, you retard, if this goes to a legal situation, all of your past actions bullying people and harassing people is going to be admissible. Hambley then crowdfunded over $34,000 from his fans. He needed the money, he said, to sue Loader. Even though he's a multimillionaire, he expected his fans to fund a legal fight against this gentleman. And this money, ultimately, it just secured a public apology, but it did nothing to hide the fact that the free speech absolutist was perfectly happy weaponizing his followers against his critics and even using their funds to attack his critics. This pattern, provoke, play victim, mobilize the mob, defines him. When a blogger criticized his tactics, Hambly responded with two 30-minute videos twisting her words, tagging Gamergate figures, and directing a flood of hate mail her way. Critics who cross him don't get reasoned debate or any debate at all. They get doxing campaigns, review bombs, and revenge porn level shaming. Also, I just want to talk about for a moment this millionaire beggar who claims he's reinvesting every penny into his business, but really he's investing it into things like Cybertrucks and $50,000 saltwater fish tanks and 15,000, pardon me, 15. I'm choking on this shit. I'm fired up tonight. Things like $15,000 Rolex watches. And here's where the grift gets truly nauseating. Multiple sources peg Hambly's net worth of around $5.5 million. He himself has bragged about low seven figures in savings. Yet every few months, he's on his own stream or video, eyes wide, voice cracking, looking sad, telling fans that his channel's coffee company or latest business adventure is under attack by the woke and on the brink of collapse unless they step up with big super chats, subscribe star pledges, or buy his overpriced shitty coffee and overpriced merchandise. And let's talk about his crowdfunding, because the rap sheet there and his history of that is incredibly damning. In 2015, he had a $30,000 Kickstarter for a game finder app. It flopped. Completely and totally flopped. It was bug-ridden and barely worked, and there was no iPhone version. So he wasted $30,000 in other people's money on a failed business. Couldn't figure it out, I guess. 2018, he raised over $6,000 for a game store that got sanctioned by Magic for a hostile environment. 2018 to 2019, he raised $159,000 plus $53,000 plus monthly new subscribers for the exclusively games site, which shut down in 2020, citing financial concerns. And listen, I don't know much, but I do have a background in computer science. I've made tons of websites. $200 and something thousand to create a website, and then the website just goes down right after you start it? What happened to all that money? And of course, there was the $34,000 lawsuit fund. More recently, his coffee brand coffee became a running joke. White label products shilled relentlessly until sales tanked after his fans got sick of the constant begging and constant ads to buy this overpriced coffee. He built a $10,000 plus remote control truck track in his backyard. He dropped at least $50,000 on a saltwater fish tank with a salaried caretaker. He had to hire a full-time person to take care of the fish tank, but yet he's still begging his audience for money. He's flashed multiple Rolexes and talked about buying more, and reportedly bought his wife a $400,000 plane. All at the same time while crying poverty to his audience and guilt-tripping viewers into buying freeze-dried strawberries or whatever grift du jour he's pushing lately. Ex-employees and critics have exposed the fake broke act in detail. The multimillionaire pretending his businesses are all losing money daily while reinvesting every penny into more toys. Then there was the 2023-2025 Sydney Watson saga. Hambly and Watson launched a public news site and a podcast. It cratered and failed miserably. Hambly now claims that Watson owes him $250,000 he fronted for that. She allegedly called him a creep and accused him of financial exploitation in private chats. Watson has stayed silent publicly, but the pattern is clear. Hambly's partnerships end in acrimony and more audience begging. Interesting too that Jeremy Hambly, despite having a net worth of 5.5 million, even allegedly took a suspicious PPP loan during COVID while bragging about his own wealth. Critics on forums like Kiwi Farms and Reddit have cataloged this cycle for years. Luxury purchases like a brand new Cybertruck, failed ventures blamed on woke conspiracies, then the inevitable demand for fans to bail him out. And the ultimate insult from him, Hambly positions himself as a free speech warrior who defends the controversial and rails against censorship. Yet, after Charlie Kirk's assassination, he abandoned that stance entirely, and he demanded the deplatforming of left-wing streamers like Hassan and Destiny. He sponsored sketchy gold IRA schemes and, some say, even a racist publisher. His journalism includes editing fake explosion sounds into CNN footage for satire. Meanwhile, his content is extremely low-effort reaction clickbait with sensational thumbnails designed not to inform people, but to farm engagement and, of course, more donations. Channels rise and fall, but the begging from him never stops. Fans, many working-class conservatives he claims to champion, get milked endlessly while Hambly lives like a collector of vintage game, arcade machines, exotic fish, expensive cars, expensive watches, and luxury items. Jeremy Hambly isn't a commentator. He's a professional victim who turned anti-woke into a personal ATM for himself. He bullies critics with the same cancel culture tactics that he claims to be against. Then he cries poor while flashing another new Rolex. His audience deserves better than a millionaire's endless grift wrapped in outrage porn. The Quartering's YouTube channels aren't dying because of woke mobs. They're dying because the con is wearing thin, Jeremy. And even the most loyal pay pigs are finally seeing that the emperor has no clothes. All right, friends. So there's my written, prepared statement. And we'll take a moment to catch up with the live chat. Trolly Troll Troll. I know the name and have seen short clips of his, but I've never watched a show. Well, you're better for that then. Congratulations. And thank you for the support. Praise the cast. Trolly Troll Troll, longtime show supporter. Anime Chris. If you had not named him, you would think that this is David Wilcock. Same tactics. David Wilcock does the same thing. I'm living in a $2 million mansion, but you guys need to step up with more donations. And thanks for being a member for so long. Tim Curley with one for the goal. It won't be long before Jared's wife walks away from her marriage to this loser for good. She's a Wisconsin 7 at worst and can do much better up there. Actually, I think I've seen his wife, and the first thing I thought, Tim Curley, was one of these things was not like the other, right? You ever see a couple like that? And you know, it's like, oh, that guy's loaded. He's got to have a lot of money. There's no way he's pulling snatch like that, looking like that fat slob that he is, right? Women will, they'll cave if you got enough scratch, right? Fat's 12. The quarter pounder is bigger DSP than DSP. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm starting to think about. And by the way, I just want to mention also, in the description of this video, I have put the links to where I borrowed the clips, but somebody had already done it, and they're great clips. So I just want to make sure that go there. It's Alyssa Clips. And I also took clips from the Kino Casino Clips channel. So before we get into the big controversy with him threatening Kino Casino's channel and threatening to cancel them and steal their livelihood away from them and, destroy them. By the way, he claimed he was going to have a scorched earth stream, and he didn't do it. He pussied out. He talked about the Iran war instead. And so everybody tuned in to hear what he would have to say about all this controversy, and he wimped out. He was too much of a wimp to even talk about it, right? We have videograms with one for the goal. He's a rich grifter, poor grifter. The core irksome issue with him. Squanders massive wealth while begging those that might have trouble with groceries. That's a problem. That's a problem, videograms. That's a big problem. And covering some of these people, these grifters, we see it all the time. David Wilcox, same thing. He's living in a $2 million mansion, and he's telling people, I might not have money for groceries this week, so you guys really need to. Well, how are you living in a $2 million mansion and you can't afford groceries? And every problem that Jeremy Hambley has, the quartering has, becomes his audience's problem. Why is it the audience's problem? What's going on with you? And by the way, I guess I'm doing shit wrong because my wife and I, we just had a financial disaster. I barely talked about it on the show. I had to replace a furnace and a hot water heater, and we have a big home. So it was crazy expensive. I guess I should have had a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, right? And then we wouldn't have had to use our own money for that. It's not my audience's problem. It's my problem, right? This attitude that people that somehow every problem in their life becomes their audience's problem. That irks me, Videograms, but thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Good on you for spreading the good news, Steve. Says Dwayne Diddley. I'm sorry. Dwayne Dibley. I'm sorry. You have to forgive me. I'm visually impaired, but thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. So we're going to get into this. But before we get into the controversy of what he did, and by the way, what he did is despicable. Him and his business partner, the Bull, they started flagging Kino Casino videos and doing like legal takedown demands, claiming that they're private information. By the way, there's no private information. If you have a criminal record and somebody gets those criminal records and shares them on a show, those are public records. There's no privacy issues there. Now, we do that here, but I generally take, am very careful so we don't share like somebody's home address or phone number or whatever. And I believe that the Kino Casino did the same kind of thing. You redact them a little bit, but sharing somebody's criminal records is not a privacy issue. So why is a quartering and his business partner flagging Kino Casino? And by the way, this is a coordinated attack with multiple people, Jeremy and his business partner, the Bull, getting involved here, trying to destroy their channel. And he has written, we're going to show you the screenshots, that he is going to take away their YouTube channel, going to take away their Kick channel. This is absolutely, positively ridiculous. And in my opinion, I think it's a terms of service violation in and of itself to threaten someone's YouTube channel like that. So, and if Kino Casino wanted to, fight fire with fire or have no rules, like Jeremy said, they could file something against him for doing that. But they haven't because they're not bitches. All right, let's get into this video because this is, so what we're going to share first is the video that triggered Jeremy. Apparently, this is the video that triggered Jeremy. And this video is great. And it was on their Clips channel. The Quartering's Bull exposed criminal past, and Jeremy agrees to Caleb Hammer review. So because these guys have been kind of beefing, apparently, like PPP and Andy Worski said, well, let's do a financial audit if you're not scamming your audience and spending money on stupid shit. And we'll get Caleb Hammer to do it. And first he agreed to it, and then he backed out because he's a bitch, right? And let me just fast forward this just a bit.
To anything else in the quartering segment, I want to pull this up on screen.
And this is fair use. I'll put my fair use
I think got drunk out of his mind and he was melting down.
Oh, the same one as before?
Yes, before.
I love these costumes.
He's demanding to come on and prove his
Great job on the
innocence. I'm pretty
costumes.
sure he's really scared about what we're going to reveal about his Bull tonight. And so the Bull gave him strict orders to sweep it all up, or he would be
sweep it under the rug. Let's go.
So quartering is demanding to come on. Now, we've been saying for a long time that he needs to go on Caleb Hammer and do a financial audit, and then we'll have him on.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Well, Quartering started saying that he wants Josh Moon to be the moderator of the debate and that he wants Josh Moon to be the keeper of the financial records. So we got in contact.
And that's Josh Moon of Kiwi Farms, by the way, who somehow Jeremy appointed like the judge in their dispute. He wanted Josh Moon to mediate the debate, the dispute between these two parties, Kino Casino and the quartering.
Talk with Josh Moon. Quartering is saying, as he says here, Terrence asked him for the last 7 years of tax data alongside bank transaction records. Let the audit commence. Quartering says, sure, anytime they are ready. So Josh Moon is in DMs with Quartering right now. Quartering is promising that he is going to send over the last 7 years of all of his financial transactions, all of his tax records.
And of course, he bitches out of this.
Records for all of his businesses. If and when that happens, it will be a debate / financial audit with ourselves, Josh Moon. We've invited Caleb Hammer to join. Hopefully, Caleb Hammer will agree.
He'll be there.
Otherwise,
we need a financial guy to look at this mess.
I'll text Caleb. He'll be there.
To go over his books. And so now somebody says, what happens if he sobers up? Hopefully he sends the financial documents to Josh Moon before he sobers up.
Before he sobers up!
Receipt of the financial documents to Josh Moon, then everything's going to be a go. We're going to set the date and it's all going to happen. And if he backs out now, he is a total bitch-made, cuckold fucking pussy. He's agreed that he's down for this. He believes these are reasonable terms and conditions.
Yeah, and by the way, what a way to be a man of your word.
Our quartering segment proper now.
Right. And if you're watching, hit like and subscribe and ring the bell.
Yes, and the Kino Casino Clips is the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to them there. Otherwise, follow them on Kick, Kino Casino on Kick.
Our first
and if nothing else, go follow them and give them a subscribe on YouTube just to support free speech. Because Jeremy is the quartering is trying to stomp all over free speech. I can't believe Mr. Anti-woke, anti-cancel culture is trying to cancel people. Imagine that. What a hypocrite, bitch.
Quartering segment is Jer admitting to wearing his mom's bra, buddy. Jeremy Hambley's a cross-dresser. Cross-dresser alert. Cross-dresser alert.
Wow.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, especially because what they do is, this is a comedy show, Jeremy. Are you saying that nobody can make fun of you in their comedy show? Is that what you're saying? While at the same time admitting in a clip that you wear your mother's bras? I'm sorry, but if you go on a public live stream and talk about wearing your mother's bras, anybody on the internet is allowed to make fun of you, you fat slob. Come on, bro. How can you think somebody's not allowed to make fun of you for that? And Dono is spite with one for the goal. Go scorched earth on quartering, Steve. Yeah, I'm fired up because this guy is such a grifting hypocrite trying to stomp all over free speech. By the way, I think 100 YouTube channels should cover this whole controversy. He can't cancel us all. He can't delete all our YouTube channels or attack all our YouTube channels. Or can he? I mean, I don't know. Thank you, Dono of Spite, for kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. And another one from Dono of Spite. Can we hit the goal for Steve's new furnace? yeah. It's more than tonight's goal, though, Dono. We're gonna have to do a month-long marathon. It was so expensive. I can't believe it. Thank you, Dono of Spite, for your kindness, generosity, and big support of the show.
So
imagine.
Here we have quartering with Blair White. So quartering felt like he was in a safe space to speak his truth to Blair White and confessed to wearing his mother's clothes.
May we say one thing? When I did
your traditional
I do
Christian,
it for
sir.
like for Halloween, it's funny. He's doing it privately in his own home. With no comedy or money.
Andy Worski had to interject that. Yeah, listen, when I dress like a girl, it's because it's funny. I don't do it just to enjoy myself.
No donos, nothing.
Disgusting. I put on my mom's bra when I was like a kid. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
Your traditional Christian.
Why would you admit that on public? Even if you did that, you know, kids are curious, you know.
Lock him up.
Oh, he's trans. He wears his mother's clothes.
But he's like, please, Blair, please.
I mean, I'm trans, for crying out loud.
Well,
kind of does.
Blair. Blair's just own face can't believe that Jer's confessing
No.
to wearing
No,
his
guy's
mother's
gay. He's
bra.
wearing his mother's
That's
bra.
the plastic
No.
surgery. You're fucking real.
And it was just so weird. But the camera's in their face. They got an interview on.
Wait,
Whoa.
the camera's in the face. Like, wait, he's being wait, what?
Whoa.
Oh, wait, you mean another trans person?
Buddy.
What, the guy who was wearing the bra, I guess?
Okay,
In
so
2016.
So, have we seen anything so far that would be considered harassment or privacy violation? Because that is what the reports that were filed with YouTube against the Kino Casino, privacy and targeted harassment or something like that. Is that harassment? No, it's funny. We're making fun of you because you wore your mom's bra, bitch. We're allowed to do that, right? Idaho Micro with one for the goal. Do you believe that Review Tech US Gay and Quartercock are long lost brothers? They both enact and almost look the same. They're twins. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, they look incredibly alike. I never thought about that, but they act alike too, right? Yeah, it could be. Maybe they're a brother from another mother, right? Who knows? But thank you for your kindness.
Ring it up another JRL. Here we have Prime Jer dunking on Evil Jer.
Friend of the show. I love this
Here
guy.
is Geeks and Gamers, aka D-Day
Go watch his
Cobra.
streams. His streams are fucking awesome.
Python Bacon says Hambly is a giant turd being flushed. The downward spiral is accelerating and inevitable. Spirian with
It's
a
true.
$5 super sticker. Thank you. Olympian Product says, you got me hooked on Kino Casino and now I can't stop watching them clown
Let's
quartering.
go! Many
Good for them.
such cases of people who are addicted to us clowning the quartering.
I
Please,
forgot. I got to check in with the
give
kick
us the
chat too.
documents so that
I'll
we
read all
can
the kick
have this
support as
show
well.
down.
I apologize.
It's
I'll
what the
check in
people
right now.
want. You've agreed that it's fair. You've agreed to send it to a neutral
get some
arbiter.
kick support.
You've agreed to the moderator. Let's have it out, and let's let D-Day Cobra dunk on you again.
We want
buddy.
D-Day to also be there now.
Yeah, I would like it for him to be there as
Yes,
well. Also,
yes. And
Also,
Nerdrotic,
yes.
and we want
yes,
what's
Mr. Medicare.
Mr. Medicare.
yes.
Heel
We have
versus
altered the deal.
Babyface.
Yes, yes.
It's gonna be like a 40-person panel.
We have stuff with me.
Whoa,
Pumpkin just
buddy.
followed our
Brady
channel.
Bunch?
Did he
But
made it?
he-
Sent a hell yeah
Sup,
and a
Rocky,
full
so
set. Be
Oh,
resubscribed.
yeah.
Thanks for the kick support, guys.
Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
no, very fucking good. I love that guy. He's awesome. He's really cool.
Okay, so here's quartering back in the day in
Quality's no
2022,
good.
saying that Coffee Brand Coffee is now paying out nearly
Oh, I only downloaded it.
$5,000
Oh, I
a day
apologize.
for ads. So just imagine how much money this guy has wasted in the last 4 years on his coffee.
Yeah, he's saying they paid $5,000 a day in ad revenue to some of your favorite creators. $5,000 a day to advertise your shitty coffee brand, which, by the way, is incredibly, at least in my opinion. And by the way, I should say I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea guy. My mother was English and Irish. We never had coffee. We always had tea. But I know what coffee costs, and his coffee, in my opinion, is incredibly expensive. Why would you buy, and of course he has an excuse. Well, this is premium. You could buy premium coffee at Walmart. You don't need to buy it from this moron.
He claims to have sales of millions and millions of dollars, but like $5,000 a day advertising
Not
budget.
even a month?
Like if you
that's
think
crazy.
about that, right? If you take 365 and you times it by 4, you get 1,460 times 5,000. You're looking at like $73 million. He would have had spent $73 million on
still
this,
was
on
today?
advertising the coffee if that was the current rate.
There's
Okay.
no fucking
In his defense, maybe he did $5,000 a day for a week or something. There's no way he did
way,
that.
dude.
Even if he kept this up, let's say he kept this up for 1 month, that's still $150,000 fucking dollars.
Advertise
It
your
was
shitty
not
coffee.
$5,000 spent on
This is what
coffee,
he's
dude.
claiming. But this is the thing is, even if he was making millions of dollars in revenue from the coffee, if you're spending $5,000 a day for ads or more,
What's Andy doing?
you're not making fucking any money,
No,
dude.
He's a
not at
carrot.
all,
That's
dude.
ridiculous,
All right,
bro.
come on, this is
That's
serious.
crazy.
This is the data point I'm most happy about. Being able to support my fellow creators with ad revenue when much of the market is down is awesome.
Okay,
Hope we can
pause.
10x that. He plans on 10xing the amount
No.
to $50,000 a day.
Oh,
in
come on.
advertising
That's
spend?
bullshit. There's no way he's going to spend
He's
$50,000 a day.
acting like his 5,000 being distributed by every creator with a monetization. He's like, look how generous I am. I'm like Robin Hood.
Yeah, so give me more money because I'm sharing the wealth with my fellow content creators. Bull. He's buying another Rolex with it.
I'm giving back to the creator. That's retarded. He's taking credit for people being paid on YouTube.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. And I'm just going to fast forward this because we want to get to the part that I guess they really found objectionable and caused the quartering to go after their channel and try to get their videos
What's
taken
going
down.
on? We're
By the way, they won on appeal.
catching you
Well,
up to speed. Okay.
Also, there's about 78 hours of
Yes.
Jer content in the last month on our channel.
Yes.
So we got to catch him
So
up.
he is asking for Adam's fat tittied wife to get into the hot tub with him.
Adam,
Not a good look
bring
for
your
a married
fucking
man.
wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. I
Oh,
want you to meet my German shepherds.
What the fuck?
Mm.
What did he mean by
Why is a married man inviting his friend who is well endowed, his friend's wife, over to his house? I mean, I have friends that have very attractive wives. I would never say something like that, especially on the internet. That's kind of crazy for a married man to be saying that shit.
that part?
Cringe.
It's not appropriate, by the way, when you're married and the
No,
other
it's
gentleman
not.
is married to talk about the big tits of his wife.
Well, but
And he's going to
Why-
go further and invite
why-
him and his wife to
why
get in
the
the hot tub
dogs?
with him.
I got to show you my
Yeah.
fucking German
What's
shepherd.
going on there? You're all horned up talking about a woman's tits, and then the next words out of your mouth are a German shepherd.
All right, well, I'm just trying to get to the bull. And so far, I don't see anything that is objectionable. They're making fun of him. They're critiquing his videos, which is fair use. And, you know, I just really, I don't understand this.
The accomplishments. The accomplishments.
Look at poor Hannah Claire. I can't even watch him when she's on there because she just looks like a deer in the headlights. Like, what am I doing here working for this scumbag? Poor Hannah Claire. Free Hannah Claire. Hashtag free Hannah Claire.
He's a veteran
Oh,
and masters
no.
in
Get
science.
fucked. Look at Jared. Jared's crossing his arms. You can tell he's seething. Look at him. He's boiling, bro.
The achievements of
Oh.
Hannah's brother.
You know, she's got like a very specific.
She's got a power
something.
family. Her dad, she was on the show for like a year, and then I found out her dad is like super famous.
Imagine when you
You
hire
didn't
Hannah
know?
Claire Brimlow. He didn't even know.
He didn't know who her father
Peter
was.
Brimlow, which like you may
Loser.
want to look into that because it's like, you know, he's
Kind of
kind of a
important.
spicy figure there, buddy. Like,
No, he was just thinking, oh, it's the Tim Pool girl.
yes,
That's it.
He's like, it's
Oh.
that woman that they jacked off to, you know. That's all I
Adam
was
Woodford
thinking.
with one for the
Mhm,
goal.
mhm.
Yeah, Adam Woodford with a very good point says, more important, why did he say something about his dogs? What's that about? Do we even want to know or not? It sounds like a weird kind of a party. Bring your big-breasted wife over to my house because I want her to meet my two German shepherds. Whoa, buddy, what is that about, Adam Woodford? But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support.
And then I found out like
My
He was
dad
on
is
t-
pretty spicy, you know.
yeah, and he was on Tucker Carlson like while we were on the show, and like chat was like, "Hey, congrats, your dad was on Tucker." I'm like, "That's her dad?" But the well, I think like
Tectone
yeah, I mean,
just
Hannah Claire, I mean,
laughed
she's
at
awesome.
him like,
Anything is anything here worth attacking them
than
over?
80
Yeah,
videos? And that's being generous.
I don't think so.
Hold on. This is crazy. Blink 18220 says funny Jer has pineapple on his mind when a pineapple is often used by swingers on dating apps to signal they're swingers.
Ooh.
By the way, Jeremy is on like Twitter crying about vicious lies about his family. Like, all we're saying is that you're a fucking cock, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if you can't handle the banter,
And this is why he's so angry. He says they're attacking his wife.
of being
And
a cock,
I don't think that's
when
the
you
case.
act like a cock and you
Vicious
invite bulls
lies.
into your
We said-
fucking house, like, buddy, like you need to get a fucking grip and log off the internet because this guy throws so much shit around at so
True.
many people.
Yeah, look at that. He made 150 videos about Brie Larson alone. And that's just one example. You could go to his channel. He makes fun of people constantly. He's allowed to do it. Nobody else is allowed.
For over a decade.
You're not allowed to make fun of the king here.
And the moment it happens to fucking
King quartering, you know, his empire of dirt and illusion.
him, he's sitting here crying about vicious lies against his family.
Like, yeah, he says
I
the
didn't-
most crazy
didn't-
shit.
I didn't invite a bull over to your fucking house. You
Ooh,
did,
there
Jeremy.
you go. Yeah.
This
Vicious
guy,
lies.
Yeah. And so they basically proved, Kino basically proved that Jeremy's good friend and business partner is a swinger. And he's constantly hanging out with him and his wife. Take from that what you will, right? You want to draw a few, connect a few dots there, you know?
this guy's fucking lost his mind, bro.
Effort because I just have to clip them later. You guys do anything special for Easter? We're still on the fence right now. Our public plan to the family.
Like no one fucking cares what. Look at them. Look at Melanie.
Yeah,
Like,
Mel's like
bro.
Easter.
Oh
like,
my god.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna see family or some fucking shit. I don't know.
How was your Easter, guy? It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, what?
What are your plans for Easter then, guys? It's Easter, dude. Like,
It's Easter.
Church, see your family,
Eat some eggs and
eat
chocolate and
meal, and then go home.
My
and
plan
eat chocolate.
Yeah.
Like the end.
Is that we're staying home, and Mrs. The Quartering is going to try to make her first ham
Wait.
ever.
what? Whoa,
Family?
whoa. When your
She's
last
never
name
made a
is
ham?
Hambly, their last name is
Bull was
Hambly, and
using
yet
his
she's
legal name
never
on
made a
Twitter.
fucking
Nice.
ham before. Well, she has to deal with a ham all day, so maybe she's tired of ham.
He's
But
always
like,
teething at
what?
Tim Pool. Yeah, he's
What?
like, because he's like
That's
a Timu.
funny.
Never made
He's
a
like a Wish.com
ham,
Tim Pool.
buddy.
He wants to be Tim Pool.
Holy! No, they just like the pineapple, but no ham.
I think
That's
he
it.
was.
They like
Yeah, I
their
don't know.
pineapple with no ham.
Well, she's broke, TJ
But,
Fallon.
like-
She was
Are you hosting
woke,
at your house? Or are you
you
guys
know?
saying like
No, we
we're
were
doing
just-
He
this
was
solo?
left. He texts
Yeah,
everybody
solo
on the
dolo.
left.
Um,
Yes, he does.
What?
It was
the
big.
reason we're like that on holidays is that I so
Posted Murphy
rarely
sex
get a
tape
day
300
off.
times on
that,
Twitter.
Whose fault is that? You are your own boss, supposedly
Yeah,
a
you're a streamer. You can take off
multi-millionaire.
whenever you
You
want.
can't take any time off. So then when it comes to actual holidays that you should be spending with your family, you're like, nah, guys, I can't because I need that day off.
That's actually
What a
crazy,
fucking-
man. Imagine being a millionaire YouTuber
And you can't take a day
off.
Yeah, there's something's wrong with that whole situation. But again, he's probably trying to make his audience feel sorry for him and send him more money. So the revelation of Jair's business partner and friend being a swinger, and they had the goods on him, prompted the Quartering to then lash out and claim that he's going to destroy their YouTube channel and more. Now, all of this stuff has now become on the public record. So, it's out there. And let me just take a moment. And you'll have to forgive me because I have to save this in other ways in order for me to be able to read it. It's kind of small here. But let me see if I can make it bigger as well here before I share my screen. What he did is so ridiculous. So I just can't even believe he's this stupid too, because, oh no, I can't make it bigger on the screen, but I'll be able to read it. So let me share my screen and we'll get into what he did, which is absolutely and completely and totally despicable. And this man is a bitch who should be ashamed of himself, because this is not the actions of a man. This is the action of a little bitch, in my opinion. I realize that's really small. At the moment, I don't know how to make it bigger, but I can make it bigger for myself. So, one moment. So Ashton PPP at the Power of Truth on Twitter says, just so people are aware, these are the Mafia Don extortion tactics that the quartering is now using in private DMs with Josh Moon. You are not a king, Hambly. You need to accept that I can call you a cuck on the internet. You have a bull in your house. Pound sand. He asked for this to be shared with me, by the way, and it was. Now you can decide if this was a reasonable course of action or is it actionable criminal extortion. And by the way, it's not just me and PPP that thinks that this message is a form of extortion. I mean, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live chat. What do you think? Yeah, I know nobody likes Randall, though I still don't think they cross any red lines in the modern era, Kick, or even YouTube. I'm just curious, why this now? Because they've been saying a lot about your relationship behavior with your wife and Hannah Claire, or with Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire for months. What happened in the last week to cause a crisis? And Jeremy says, yeah, it's never been an issue until people started spamming my wife. I literally don't care that they make fun of me. Like her family has seen this shit. And then here's what, remember, Josh Moon is just in the middle of this dispute between these two parties, Kino Casino and the Quartering. And the Quartering is telling Josh Moon this unofficial truce. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I never mention them again. The more they do it, the more I want to flex my connections to, quote, bury them, unquote. This is a one-time offer. They can meme on anyone else they want. I don't care if they meme on my friend who apparently has a questionable past, but this is an exploding offer. If they want to go to war, I will win. I assume all these messages will be public, but I like Andy. Just get rid of the videos claiming I let some F my wife. And they continue to make 10K a month on YouTube, and I move on. But if they continue, see, he knows he's threatening their YouTube ad revenue. I will move on, but if they continue to spread disgusting lies about my family and I have no choice but to react, it's time for them to make a business decision. This is a win-win. I can burn it all down. I have 5 years guaranteed salary at Rumble. I don't think that's true. If they balk, that's not on you, and I still support Kiwi Farms. Broker the ceasefire, and everyone wins. And Josh Moon says, I don't know why they would accept that, though. If someone made the same offer to you, would you take it? And Jeremy says, hey, that's cool. It's not your job to broker it. Any retard who has been as banned as both of them would if they are smart, but none of this reflects on you. It's all good. I wish you the best. So this is like Mafia Don tactics. Like, you better take those videos down or I'm going to destroy your YouTube channel. Who are you, Jeremy Hambly? Do you own YouTube? Is that your platform? And you can decide to, come on. Trash bin cat, I don't know what you're talking about. Question ignored. What question? I'm sorry if I missed something. Ask it again. Put it in all capital letters. Don Jeremy laying down offers you can't refuse, right? No, never. They're the ones that do the felting. Yeah, he has delusions of grandeur, right? I literally get people in my DMs the same way, TJ Felony. Yeah, I mean, I've had people like make threats like that too. Like, I'm going to destroy your YouTube channel if you don't take that video down on your YouTube channel that exposes my scam. It's never, I always say, I don't negotiate with terrorists, right? If you're threatening my livelihood or my YouTube channel, you're a terrorist. I'm not going to negotiate with you. All right. So let's get into the rest of this, which is where it really gets good. All right. We're going to get into the gay ops that Jeremy did. And why is this not letting me play big? Oh, I got to refresh it. 1 second here. All right, one moment. We'll share this one because we're going to detail what he did. What actions Jeremy Hambley, his business partner, and his little, cult did to try to wreck Kino Casino Clips YouTube channel, which in and of itself should be a violation of YouTube terms of service. You're not allowed to attack another creator on the platform like that, but that's exactly what he did because he's a bitch. All right, let's go. And by the way, Quartering, I'm just getting started. I don't like people like you. I bust people like you constantly on our channel. Usually it's people from a certain community, not yours, but I'm flexible. And if you continue in these tactics, I'm going to make it, I'll make you a promise. You will regret what you did. The best thing for Jeremy Hambley, the Quartering, to do is apologize and move on. That's the best thing that he could do. Is he going to do that? No, he's dumb. He's dumb as rocks, this guy.
He then came out and said Jim would be ashamed that this is where his audience has migrated. Two cowards. Jimbo comes in. Remember when you wanted to go onto Jim's channel to do gay ops and get him banned? Because everyone does. And that's why no one will let you do whatever gay ops your drunk ass wants to now. If you have no issues sharing your financials, go ahead and post them, pussy. Jer says it never happened, and he made a sarcastic remark. That's all it was. We're about to fact check this. We're about to fact check it right now. So let's bring you guys back 6-7 years now. I think this is like maybe 8 years ago now.
Yeah, and this shows that he has a history of threatening people's platforms, threatening people's channels, threatening people's livelihood. What kind of a man does that?
This is 8 years ago.
8 years ago now. So I just want to let you guys all know the context of this situation because a lot of people weren't around for this or they don't remember this. Basically, at that time, in this corner of the internet, there were two factions. There was like the Mr. Medicare side, the Sweetie Squad faction, and there was Sargon's side, the Skeptic faction. And there was a really gay war between these two sides.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
2016.
And Jeremy Hambley was on Sargon's side with the Skeptics. Now, at this time, this was before Ethan Ralph blew up his entire life. And he was actually somewhat, if you can believe it, a respected entertainer in the sector, if you can believe this, okay? And he was, I'll be real, now, I think he was falsely and unfairly banned because of super chats that he received. So, which were apparently anti-Semitic and racist and all this. Yeah. So Jeremy Hambley wanted to weaponize the super chat system on YouTube in the skeptics' favor to get people like Mr. Medicare or people that were more right-wing than Sargon banned from YouTube, okay? Mm-hmm. And so this is why Quartering was demanding that Mr. Medicare jump through all these hoops, and it had to be on Jim's channel, it had to be on Jim's platform so that he could get Jim flagged down. And here we have a situation where Quartering on his channel brought in Keemstar, and Keemstar shared the link to Mr. Medicare. Keemstar had to Trojan horse Mr. Medicare on to get this confrontation. Yeah, and Mr. Medicare absolutely demolished Jeremy Hambley. Okay, let's have a look.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Basically said, I can't wait to super chat you 1488. Mm-hmm. Wink, wink, Jim. Oh my God, are you scared of the audience? You scared of what happened to Ralph? I'm going to super chat you 1488. Wink, wink. You.
No, that's not what I said.
You're obvious. You.
That's not what I said.
You, buddy. You're clear as day. Nobody's buying it. You're not that smart. You're not that clever.
I didn't say I was that smart or that clever, and I also didn't say that I was going to super chat you 1488. I would probably do something a little more clever, but the
nice.
So he'd be more clever with his gay op to get him banned.
Yeah. And by
he's
the way,
do you notice the disingenuousness? Drunk. Yes, he's blackout drunk. He's so disingenuous. He's so slimy, but Medicare just doesn't let him get away with anything here. Just let's continue.
Yeah.
it's really disingenuous of you to accuse me of
Projection.
gay ops. I've never ever
You never said that. You never said that. You never said it. And I quote, "Sounds good. Let me know when you're live so I can get my 1488 super chats ready." You didn't say that because I'm looking at it.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds
text.
that sounds
Nice.
like a tweet
Well,
I
you just
saw.
told me you didn't say it though.
Mr. Medical,
Yeah,
wrecked him.
come
Like
on,
you
dude.
said,
What a fucking bum. Oh, come on, Jim. Let me get you
Oh,
flagged.
come on,
By the
Jim.
way-
Let me run gay ops and deplatform you.
People
It's
were
been a
flagged
long
for
time.
this. People were
Yes.
flagged for this within that week, I think. or
Ethan
2
Ralph
weeks.
had lost his channel for it. Other people that were lesser known were getting flagged down with this skeptic tactic, these skeptic gay ops. And although quartering may
Merce.
not have been in a lot of the discourse
doing a
where
lot
these
better
gay
lately,
ops were
isn't he?
going down, where
Did he
Kraut
clean
and
up?
others were scheming and plotting,
He is a
quartering was
bum.
100%
That's correct.
on board with it. And this was part
Yeah,
of
he
him
wears hats
supporting
behind
it
the
and
baldness.
pushing that agenda of deplatforming more right-wing leaning voices from the platform. That's seriously what this was. And that's
You are
part of the
correct,
reason
actually,
why
man.
I
Guy
will
got
never,
lucky with
ever
the
give
YouTube
this guy
helmet.
a platform until he jumps through my hoops and sings my tune, because he tried to do this shit to Jim. So I'm going to make him play my reindeer games. Okay. So let's continue.
Oh, I didn't invite Jim on, but you did because I have it clipped and it's on my channel.
Does anybody
You
want
say
to buy
one
some
thing
coffee brand
and you
coffee?
backpedal away from it because you're a pussy.
Oh, Jim, don't say that about me. The fact that you would even dare try to associate with me with these gay ops it's just disingenuous. That's just pandering to your fandom. You know goddamn well that I wouldn't do that shit.
Buy a
I don't
hat
know
for
who
your
the
hat.
fuck you are.
Yeah,
We're not friends.
fuck
I don't
off,
know you.
dude.
I talked to you on one stream. Oh, 2 streams. That's how I know you.
Not
Why
many.
you
Oh, I
acting
guess
like
he
I would know
cleaned
when you
things
don't have
up
a
then.
reputation that precedes you? You're just some
Last
fucking
time I
guy
looked in on him,
So
he
then
wants
why
to
do
do
you
him real
think I
quick.
would flag your shit?
Actually, he kind of does have a reputation. Like, pretty much everybody hates him, and now
Yeah, he's going to pretend he had nothing to do with it.
Team Star came in clutch, and it may be towards the end of the night that we watch this
Hair
whole
replacement
thing if
treatment
people want to
ad.
see it.
Yeah,
But
I say
this
we
is
do.
the most-
I say we do.
This is the most relevant section, in my opinion, and
I'd
this
have
shows
Mokro
you guys
with
the sort of
$2
character
says,
that
"May
quartering
everyone
is.
chant, you
And I
deserve
saved
this."
piece of material.
Jeremy.
I've been well
I've been
aware of
saying
this
no
for
mercy.
years.
That's what
since
I've been
it
saying.
happened,
No
actually.
mercy.
The reason I saved this particular piece of material for right now is because I knew this day would come, and I knew that it needed to be
Yeah,
presented
they don't even want to touch
right
this.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
even they won't defend him.
Oh yeah,
starting
that's
to
right.
figure out why.
Everybody does hate me. That's right, Keem. My
Like,
channel's
no, they
sinking.
do. You do have
Yeah,
that
they all
rap.
hate me.
I mean, a lot of people hate me too, but like everyone
I'll check it
knows
out,
why,
Nancy.
right? I'm a f***ing aggressive asshole, right?
Mhm.
But you're just a beta. That's why
Yes.
You're a beta
you
bitch.
talk shit, and then when you get confronted with them, you're like, "Oh, I love you. I
Mhm.
love your channel. I can't wait to watch
And that's
it."
what he tried to do, by the way, in the DMs with Josh. I love Andy. I love Andy. No, you didn't.
He
You
wanted
wished
me
Andy
dead.
to die. You wished
He
Andy
wished he was
dead.
dead.
Years
Yeah,
ago when Andy
nice.
was at a low point, simply because Andy mocked you for wearing a meme
Yeah,
war
He
veterans
sent
hat.
him a
That's what's
message like, "I
cringe.
can't wait to see your
It was
dead body
cringe
in the
though,
ditch."
right?
Nice
Like, we're
guy.
not
was.
wrong,
Yeah,
folks,
he loves
for
Andy.
calling
But this is what he does. He will try and talk all this fucking shit. And then as soon as he gets
Cleanup
called
duty
on it
after
and
the
brought
bull
on,
goes home.
he starts sucking the person's ass immediately. Super
quarter
beta, super
thing.
pathetic. So
Yes.
after we did the show on Friday, exposing Jeremy Hambley's bull, Adam Sanders, and his criminal activity, suddenly the next morning I wake up. The first thing I see on my phone, I roll out
Look
of
at
bed.
this. There's where
I
it
got a
starts.
strike on my Kino Cathedral channel for this promo video. I go, it's obviously Jeremy Hambley.
We both-
The thing is, we
Yeah.
never have problems with these promo
Yeah,
videos.
let's go.
Like, they never go down. So obviously
Let's
some gay ops
fucking
were a
go.
and I'm like,
Possible double.
all right, maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was. I'm gonna say it's fucking him because I'm pretty sure it is fucking him and
Well,
his
we'll
bull
see.
that are
I'm
behind
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna
Little did
speak
I
my
know that they
truth
would just
anyway,
fully
even if
confess
nobody
to the
was here
whole
to see
fucking
it. I
operation the
just
next
don't
fucking
like
day
people that stumble
and just
free
go
speech.
fully mask off on all of it. But let's continue.
And I said it's 100% him. I have no doubt in my mind. Like we had no.
Yes, his
proof
numbers are boosted
technically,
with rods.
right?
I
No.
agree.
Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Let's
So
keep smashing the
he
goal.
starts deleting
Yeah, we're
all of
almost
his
halfway
tweets
there.
as well, deleting his request to go on Caleb Hammer's show. All this is completely backtracking because he was drunk the last night and he was regretting his promises
he
that he
went
was
on a
going to provide
Twitter
this
delete
information and do
fucking
auditing and all this
binge.
stuff. Let's continue. So he said it wasn't him. He produced this screenshot and a screen recording.
Yeah, well,
showing,
they're not too
now
bright.
notice
If they're
here, I want
his
people to see
fans, they're
this.
morons, you know?
It says there are no reports in his history. No reports in his history.
100,000 Rumble viewers.
Now,
yeah, well,
I
Rumble
found this
spotted out the
curious
wazoo.
because during the Boulder stream, he showed his report history.
Wait,
And there were reports in it at that time.
wait, what?
Yeah, now he shows his
So
history and
how
there's no
could this
report.
be-
What the?
How could this be his actual report history when back on the Boulder stream, he showed his report history and there was a video in there that he had flagged down?
Wait, are you kidding me?
Now
Are you
go to the
kidding-
next slide and
Oh
you'll
my
see.
God. Oh my God.
Yes, well, he's
that's
lying
crazy.
about never reporting anybody.
There,
We can
look,
see.
that's Quarterings reporting, Magic Weekly News Update, November 26, 2017.
There
The
he
Mana
goes.
Leak.
Yeah, so he has a
Here-
history of
here-
reporting other channels.
To show
I don't
us
know what
that-
I don't know what account he showed us. And the thing is, too, Jeremy Hambly has a lot of
Jared
accounts.
always tweets
and he has
deletes.
like a
Yeah, I never
at
delete
least-
a tweet.
More,
Never.
more.
Never.
that we
But I
know
don't jump
of, and
tweet
I
either,
think there's
so.
multiple that are verified. So just showing
tons
one
of
account's
subs, too.
report history.
Yeah. with tons
And
of
by the
subs.
way,
Maybe.
Jeremy
Never
Hambly,
worked for
when
me.
asked if it
I
was
always
the
had
Bull,
10
said
Rumble
maybe
viewers.
it is
We
the
gave
Bull.
up on Rumble.
He didn't deny
Rumble
it.
sucks. I
So
don't
either
like
Hambly did this on one of his alts, is my strong conviction, or it was the Bull that did it.
This shows
Moving
up for his
along, just to
morons and for the
continue
general public.
my skepticism about this. Here we have Jeremy Hambly. First, we're going to hear him talk some shit about Jim, Mr. Mediker here.
Yeah, his chat
And then we're
doesn't-
going to
his
hear
chat
him
never
admit
moves.
to his reporting history.
Claims he has 10,000
So here it
live
is from
viewers.
his
The
own
chat
mouth,
doesn't move.
admitting that
Something's
he
not right.
reported videos.
Carry-o.
Okay, so don't just take that screenshot's proof.
Yeah, he has 12
Listen to
YouTube
him.
channels.
Oh
He
my
could have reported
God.
on another channel.
Jim, on the other hand, is a coward who is afraid of his own super chats. So Jim is welcome to.
He's afraid to get
we
banned.
are I'm happy to talk to Jim, but on his channel, Reputation, I have in
He
fact
was born a
shown
piece of shit even
in 10 years on
2016,
YouTube, I have
2017, really.
submitted
Yeah,
one
I've never been a fan of his.
strike
There it is.
ever.
I
It
just
wasn't
think
even a
of him as
copy
a
strike.
clickbait
One
garbage
strike.
community
But
guidelines.
yet, but yet, when he does the screen record and shows us, there's nothing in the history.
But we're liars.
Now,
we
maybe
are- yeah.
it's some glitch on YouTube's end, or maybe they go away after a certain time. But I'm just skeptical about that. Ultimately, it's neither here nor there at this point because the guy
Yeah,
has
who else
already
would have done
admitted
it?
to doing the shit. The
And he's
guy's
claimed
already
he's gonna
admitting he
destroy
wants
their
to take us
channels.
This is
down,
just extra
admitting that
evidence,
he's
that's all
talking
it is.
to the CEO of Kick. Okay, continue.
Okay. Wow.
And here he
That's
is.
nuts.
Here he is,
Yep.
and I believe this is the exact
Right.
moment in time
If his chat's
when
not
he
moving, there's
brigaded to
nobody
flag
watching.
down a
I'm
video.
sorry.
Now, I think the video
My
that he was
chat moves
brigading
more
to
than
flag
his.
down here
We
probably
only
was
have,
in violation of the terms of
300 live
service.
viewers
But
right
you
now,
know what?
or around
Nobody
that.
likes a
Maybe
fucking
more
snitch,
with the
Jared.
all the
And
other
once a
channels.
snitch,
YouTube
always a
300 live
snitch.
viewers. Our
You
chat's
bitch
moving
rat.
more than
buddy.
his ever
Is it
moved.
still up because he's calling for violence? Yep, I would be flagging this. No comments, likes and dislikes are disabled. I'd be flagging this for hate speech.
Yeah, he can report it
Flagging
from
for
any
hate
of his
speech.
12 YouTube channels.
Loser.
Our free speech hero here
Yeah,
endorses
Mr. Free
flagging
Speech
for hate
Absolutist.
speech. I'm sure conservatives love that. The right wing loves it when guys who look like that, surrounded by children's toys, tell us to flag things down for hate speech,
Yeah,
right, guys?
He's a burning,
I don't think so,
burning
Rat.
a hole in my
I
pocket
don't
kind
think
of
so,
guy with
Snitch.
money.
The streets don't forget, Hambly. The streets don't forget, and the reckoning is
Yeah,
here,
I didn't
pal.
care about
The
him until
reckoning is
Kino
here.
started felting
Target,
him, and
if
then
somebody can
I
find-
love
if I
those are
can
my
find
favorite
the,
segments now.
Timestamp. I highly
He is a
recommend
hypocrite.
flagging
Yeah.
this video down.
By the way, not even flagging it yourself. Everyone
His
else
kick
can
chat is
flag it
exclusively
for
Kino
me.
Bros
They
on
can
the
flag
ESP
it
channel.
for me. What
They
a
shit
And
on
by
him
the
all
way,
the
this is a
time.
pastor, it looks like.
You're free
Yeah,
speech
and
advocate,
black.
sir. Yeah, maybe
We gotta
he's
find a
racist.
No,
timestamp.
Flag
I
his
honestly
shit for
thought it
being
was
racist.
against YouTube terms of service to, tell people to flag, but
you can't do it.
You're not supposed to do that.
So they
Just-
then say,
yeah.
"Come on," Quartering says, "Come on, dude, you
Called
guys
crowd
have 1,000
striking
videos
against
roasting me.
YouTube's
I
terms
don't
of
care."
service.
Right. I hope you win your appeal. Right.
He tags Team YouTube.
The next day, it would go full on mask off. And
I've
you'll
got
see in the
that video.
messages
We're
with
going to
Josh
show it
Moon
tonight.
just how mask
We're
off
going
it
to
is.
end the show
So,
with it slow burn.
Andy here says Quartering tried showing his report in his main to say he didn't flag. He has 20 channels with tons of subs. His other channels have the power to flag down YouTube videos easy. He was also in a drunken rampage last night attacking a scum. But we didn't even need this. Ultimately, he just admits to all this shit.
I never believed that he was innocent for a
I didn't
millisecond.
find your
I'm
channel,
like,
but I'm
this
threatening
guy-
to take
I
away
didn't know
your
he would tell us.
at the same.
I didn't know. I was like, Ashton,
Like,
is
which
he
one is it?
admitting it right now? And you're like, I think he is.
To be honest, he went beyond that. Like,
went
he's gone
beyond admitting
beyond
it,
just
yeah.
reporting on YouTube. He then says, to be clear, I mean, if I was flagging videos for making fun of me, that would be a full-time job. Well, it's going to be now. You think it's just going to end with
Get him.
us now?
Oh
Is that
no!
what you think?
There's 100 people.
And then
making fun of him
Jesus
today.
asks, was it your bull?
this
And
guy.
Jeremy says, maybe.
He deserves
Could
this.
you maybe?
It's the bull.
Could you? Now we know it's the bull who flagged the second video because it was a privacy report.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
had
a
to be the
privacy
bull,
claim,
which is his
and in order
business
to do a
partner.
privacy claim on
Jeremy's
YouTube, you have
business
to
partner
submit your
flagged them
ID
for
to
privacy.
YouTube. So the only person who could
Yeah,
have
he was on
taken
a
there was
drunken
three people.
rampage.
Actually, really only two. It could be either Jeremy Hambley submitted the privacy report or his bull, Adam, submitted the privacy report. And Jeremy, I think, here is playing dumb and disingenuous and knows right well that it
Yeah,
was
it
his
wasn't
bull
me.
that's
It was
doing
my
this
bull
shit,
business
that's flagging
partner
on his
who bangs
behalf
my wife
so he can maintain
sometimes,
plausible
allegedly.
deniability, which somehow he threw away the next day in a drunken rampage anyway. Just the worst handling of this I've ever seen, to
Like,
be honest. I've
literally,
never
compared to
worse
any
than
partner.
Jarbo. Worse
Yeah,
than
and then he's
Jarbo.
posting,
Continue.
like,
At
Chicago
least
Bull
Jarbo
stuff.
hung his head in shame and went, I was in a bad headspace.
He'll end up on Local
This guy
Live.
quadrupled down.
I don't know how Jeremy Hambley can go around bullying other people, talking all the shit that he wants, making hundreds of videos endlessly about other people,
No, this is a different bull.
and then cry
Not my bull.
when it happens to
Down the
him.
road, it's a different bull.
You just can't. You can't do that.
Exactly. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that this guy thinks he can make fun of Brie Larson in 150 videos, but nobody's allowed to make fun of him. Even when he's saying stuff like, "Oh, I like to wear my, I like to wear my mother's bra when I was a kid." Like, you're allowed to make fun of somebody like that, and you're allowed to make fun of him for constantly begging his audience for money when it's perfectly obvious if you've got $5 million, you don't need to beg your audience. You're going to have to pay for things yourself, especially your own business failures. And I just want to mention, how did this whole situation go for him? And I took some of the things that he said. And by the way, this is comedic parody, so don't come after me, Jerry, you bitch. I took a lot of the things that he said about destroying their YouTube channels and taking their kick channels, and I made a comedic parody with a puppet. It's some of my best work. Let's see this, and let's get those super chats ready. Let's hit a goal tonight, friends. Let's fucking go. You deserve this, Jer. You deserve this and more. And I've got a whole production line. I can make 100 of these videos, and I might do that because you have awakened in me righteous indignation. That's what I feel like. How dare you threaten somebody's YouTube channel for making fun of you? How dare you threaten to take away somebody's livelihood for making fun of you? Your livelihood is based on making fun of woke-tards. You're allowed to do it, but nobody else? How dare you, sir? And listen, this is only the beginning. Quartering, Jer, I got more for you. So much more for you.
These Kino Casino guys, they keep proving I scam my audience constantly. They keep proving I lie all the time about members' extra content that I never deliver after I take new members' money. They even proved that the Christmas card money I took from my audience was a scam because I didn't deliver those cards till after Valentine's Day, and even then I was too lazy to get our cast to sign them like I promised my victims. Viewers. After all, they keep proving I both cry poor and also brag about how rich I am all the time. They showed the truth about my reckless spending on my man toys, like my RC car track, while I beg my audience to pay more constantly and buy my shitty coffee so I can pay my staff. They keep ruining my scams, and I'm tired of it. So from now on, no rules. The gloves are off. I'm taking the Kino Casino offline. First, I will take away their YouTube channels, then I'm going to email the head of Kick and get their Kick channel taken offline. I just can't take these guys having a platform to prove what a scammer I am anymore. So scorched earth, I'm taking away their channels. I'm taking away their ability to keep showing everyone what a pussy and a scammer I am. Once I destroy their channels with coordinated terms of service complaints and fake hate speech claims, they won't be able to go live to thousands of viewers and tell everyone what a scumbag I am, or tell everyone about how I shit my pants constantly. And I won't let them attack my wife just for hanging out with my convicted criminal swinger friend. I'm not going to let people see the truth about any of that. I'm just going to cancel them. Once I wreck their platforms and ruin their ability to earn any money, I'll probably sue them into silence too. The Kino Casino is over. I will destroy the Kino Casino. I will cancel them and force them into silence because I can't let people hear what they have to say. They are just too dangerous to my grift. They are ruining so many of my scams and exposing so many of my lies. I'm going scorched earth. I will destroy the Kino Casino, I swear on my wife's bull.
Fuck you, Jer!
We need a bigger bell for what Hambly thinks he's gonna fucking do! We got you, motherfucker!
I've been through worse. I've been through worse, Jer. Your fat fuck ass won't take me down, you bitch.
What an appropriate response. And I'm proud of the Kino Casino for standing up to them and saying, oh no, you are not going to do this to us. We want to take a moment to recognize 240p99 who just became a YouTube channel member. And by the way, if you become a YouTube channel member or a kick sub during the live broadcast, we give you a big shout out and thank you. So big shout out and thank you to 240p99. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Welcome to the new members section. You get a members badge and you get access to the extra members goodies and early access to our production videos before they are public and more. Check out our members section now that you're a member, and thanks for supporting the show with a membership. Anime Chris with one for the goal says, RTU, Ralph Matterson, Jarbo Mersch agreed the Kino Casino. Think about that irony. The sector agreed with PPP and Worski. You're right, Anime Chris. They absolutely. Whose side are you going to take? The guy that's trying to stop free speech or the people that support it? Right? I will always support free speech. And by the way, I just want to say, I've never attacked another channel. I've never filed a copyright claim. I've never filed anything against another channel. And there have been ample reasons where I could or should have, some people said. For example, David Wilcock is going live to 500,000 subscribers telling people I'm stealing money out of his bank account. I'm a criminal. I'm a terrorist. I'm a Satan worshiper. I'm a child predator. I didn't flag his channel. I want him to continue. Keep talking, dummy. Right? Thank you, Anime Chris, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Longtime show supporter, Anime Chris, and Dono with Spite is here, also a longtime show supporter, saying, let's go. Steven is going scorched earth. What do you think about that, bitch? Yeah, what happened? Well, somebody had to go scorched earth because Jeremy was too much of a whip to do it. He threatened to do it, and then he talked about the Iran war instead. I guess he sobered up, and right? What is he doing now? He's got his tail between his legs, pretending that none of this happened. But let's not let him forget, because this gets added to the long list and history he has of trying to intimidate people into silence, trying to threaten people into silence, trying lawfare people into silence about him. Thank you, Dono of Spike, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Now, a little more to share with you. So after their channel got attacked, they had to do an emergency broadcast. Kino Casino did, and even that, I think, good for them. Good for them, because the best way to stand up to a bully is to stand up and punch him square in his face. That's exactly the best way to stand up to a bully.
Buddy, our channel is under attack
Literally.
from a poop pants cuckold and his bull. Whoa, buddy. So when last we left this, I mean, you can obviously tell by the fact that the promo video is on the clip channel that some stuff's gone down.
Yes, shit has happened.
Gone down. When last we left it, Jeremy Hambly was in agreement with us and Josh Moon that he would be providing his financial documents to Caleb Hammer or another financial
Good,
auditor,
kid with one foot
and that
in
we
the
would be doing
Say
the
big
debate
ups,
soon.
everyone. Thank you
Because
for your
that's what we
kid.
wanted.
Kindness, generosity, and
That's what we
support.
said.
One for the
That's what
goal.
we said.
More than
But he
halfway,
agreed to
or
all of
almost
it.
halfway
He's
to the
like,
goal.
absolutely, anytime I'll provide 7 years.
Yeah, this guy's an
Then
expert at cutting
suddenly,
it, bro. I wish I had that
out of
ability.
the blue,
I wish I was
he
good at that.
changes his mind and starts being like, well, this is unreasonable. Well, I don't know, buddy.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
from
need
the
the super
beginning say
chat.
it's
This
unreasonable
video's
and you're
probably
not
getting
going to do it.
demonetized.
But once you agree to do it and then you backpedal from it,
and say
you're
we're
nothing but a
trying
coward.
to the whole. They're forcing me.
So, but listen, it's like it's one thing, right? It's like, okay, fine. Maybe this isn't going to happen. Jeremy's not going to submit his documents. But then on our Kino Cathedral channel, my Kino Cathedral
that
channel
promotes the show.
promotes the show. Our show promo talking about Jeremy Hambley's bull and the bull's crimes gets flagged down for cyberbullying and harassment or whatever.
I didn't do it. And I'm like, you did it. Then
you absolutely
2
did
hours
it.
later, our clip channel gets fucking taken down. The fucking video gets taken down.
The video about the bull, and it's a privacy complaint filed by the bull.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this
Nice.
is directly coming out of
privacy.
Jeremy Hambley's
They shared his
camp.
criminal
But
records.
He swears up
Those are
and down.
public records.
I have
There's no
nothing to do with
privacy
it.
issue
I have
there.
nothing to do with it, guys. Fast forward another day, Easter Sunday.
We win the appeal.
This
We win the
guy's
appeal
doing
at
a
6 in the morning.
bitch. What a
We win
bitch.
the appeal on Kino Casino clips. The
Thank
video is restored.
Thank God.
Okay? Because he can't sweep it up. Like, this is insane. Then this guy
He's not
starts
sweeping this
going
up.
to Eddie from Kick.
Our boss.
Yeah, he went
Jeremy
to their
Hamblin,
boss.
Our boss.
saying that he's
Went to the guy
saying
who
that
runs
he's going to
Kick.
get us banned from Kick. He openly starts talking about, first I'm going to take their YouTube, then I'm going to take their Kick. I'm going to take everything from them. And he's like, I'm being harassed and
tweeted this.
my wife is
I'm
getting
gonna
these
take your
phone
Kick
calls
channel.
and these
I'm gonna
packages
tweet
in
you.
the mail,
Which is a lie. A
death
lie.
threats. Provide some proof there, Jerry Smollett.
Well,
Like, there's
Jerry
no proof
Smollett.
of any of this. And by the way, even if there was,
The
we
Kino
have
Port
nothing
leaks
to
on
do
you
with
too?
that.
Exactly. And we
And what
disavow
he's
that.
doing, we disavow that.
Jeremy,
And he's
whatever.
playing the victim to
Quartering.
try and get more abuse targeted towards him. He's using his wife as a human shield to silence criticism. And if this really was about his wife, this would have happened months ago.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about Sky Roan and the Sky Bull and the pizza place for months. But this only happens, these threats of flagging, legal action, life ruination, it only happens when we bring up his bull. It only happens
I have
when we
to add
bring
one
up the
thing.
bull who has a history of sex swinging and has a criminal history.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get the most flack when you're over the target. And I think that his actions melting down over this last Easter weekend prove that we are 100% correct. That some seriously shady stuff is going on with the bull.
His whole thing was Andy was flagged off of YouTube. He's ban evading. So he's tweeting out, I'm ban.
But neither of us are ban evading, you idiot.
I'm tweeting my channel was unbanned 6 months ago. We had a celebration about it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're not
Even
ban
Matt
evading.
Jarbo, when he was
He says they could get their channel taken down
was
with the ban.
ashamed.
They're not ban evading.
He said,
They're not
I
banned.
was in a bad headspace. I don't know what I did wrong. Jeremy Hambley, like a mafia don, goes into Josh Moon's DMs. And by the way, like eventually, I'm pretty sure all these DMs are going to be revealed. And Hambley looks insane. But just the ones
he looks
that
like a
he said
maniac
for
in these
Josh to
DMs.
send to me.
He looks like he
He's
sounds
like,
like a mental
they need to
patient.
take down all their videos talking about me being a cuck and being married, or I will take down their Kick. I'm already in talks with Eddie. I'm going to flag down their YouTube channel.
All publicly.
Yeah, and by the way, who do we think that Kick is going to side with? Because last night, I wasn't paying too close attention to their view count, but I'm sure I saw it was over 12,000. 12,000 live viewers last night. Real live viewers, not Rumble viewers, Jer, not bots, right? 12,000 real live viewers. How many live viewers does Jeremy get? Do we really think Kick is going to side with Jeremy instead of one of their biggest shows on Kick. One of their most. I mean, I don't know that much about Kick, but I know enough about Kick to say, maybe I'm biased, but I believe that the Kino Casino is, if not one of the top 5, at least one of the top 10 live stream shows on Kick, maybe higher. I might be misinformed. I'll take a moment to thank Dono of Spite with another one for the call. Thanks for putting a smile on my face. Steve's furnace is under attack. Yes, the woke mob and cancel culture destroyed my furnace, Dono of Spite. Stand up to the bullies and donate, bitch. Thanks for kindness, generosity, and support. And thanks for giving me a laugh. I needed it today. Troll. I'm probably closing on the new house within a week, so I'll have to watch my spending. But here's to your new furnace anyway. Well, thank you, Troll, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Troll is probably our oldest supporter. He came with the lights and he came with the microphone to do this show. He's been here since the very beginning. Thank you for your kindness. Thanks for being a member. And Cootie the Kid with another one for the goal, saying, I thought DSP was the only one who calls people bullies. Yeah. Apparently it's the same tactic, right? When somebody is critical of you, just call them a bully so people think that they're the bad guy, even if their criticism is warranted and correct. And in this case, it's correct.
Publicly, and he's like, they have to take this down or I'm going to flex my connections. He said that. He's going to flex his connections like he's some sort of mafia don.
Please share this video. Please be there tonight. The link's down
illegal. This is criminal extortion.
Share the last video.
Yeah,
we need to spread because we are,
right.
I hate to say it, we're
actually under attack. And he's trying to silence the program to sweep it up for his bowl.
Yeah, he had
and his
80
criminal
live viewers.
connections.
Meanwhile,
we're going to go through the whole
had
thing again
12,000
tonight.
live viewers last night.
Everything to do
Maybe
with the
more.
bowl.
I stopped
All of
paying attention.
Hambly's cuckold connections.
listening.
The
Not
whole
watching
nine.
for a long
We're
time.
also going to burn down bridges with Nina Infinity
Nerd
over the
City is
weekend.
here.
Alex
Welcome, Nerd
Jones
City.
had a debate with Rex Jones where he was a total coward and got blown out. DSP's birthday
we're
is
under
today
attack.
as well. So there's a lot going on. You got to tune in tonight on Kick.
Share it.
8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, this is last night, by the way.
The
Kick.
Kick.
But I'll share their Kick
While
title
we're
so you
here,
can watch their
Blake
entire
will put it on the
stream.
screen. Follow our Twitter accounts in case
Yeah,
anything happens
Because
to
I
this
don't know
channel
what's going to
or
happen at
that
this
channel.
point.
Follow
Yeah,
and
By
we'll
the
keep you
way,
updated
he
on
claimed,
Twitter.
I'll say this, he claimed he was going to go scorched earth today and he had this big stream. He never showed up for it. And now he's pretending like none of this ever even happened.
He's banning
like
everyone.
a coward,
Yeah.
banning everybody in chat. Stop
What a
being a
crybaby.
cuck, Jeremy. You, Jeremy Hambly, are a cuckold, and we're going to own you tonight. We'll see you guys there. Woo!
And this was last night. This is the promo for last night's stream. So interesting. Dono posted a link in chat to Steve's furnace lore. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much appreciated. Dono of Spite is hearing the call of the goal, and we were just 3 away from halfway there. If we won't hit a goal tonight, even hitting halfway, because honestly, I cranked that bitch up today. I said, let's get some funding. Thank you, Dono of Spite, and thanks to all of you kind and generous benefactors. And I will be checking in. Badada Fat has just followed our Kick channel. And Rexy Poo Gaming just followed our Kick channel. And El Garahi followed our Kick channel. Master Nick of TW followed our Kick channel. And thank you all for the follows. We're trying to expand our Kick audience. I'm going to be trying those Kino. I wish. I'm going to be trying those Internet Insanity Circus shows once again, which, by the way, were a marginal success for a first new show, especially on a platform like Kick. But they were a miserable failure trying to even edit out things and put them on YouTube. I give up. If I do the circus shows again, no YouTube. I don't care. We'll just do them on Kick, and that's it, because Kick will let us be a little, let's just say, racy. And we can't do the same things on YouTube, unfortunately. All right, so one more to share, which is I was so proud of these guys last night because the response the way that they swung back at this bully who claims he's being cyberstalked and harassed and all this nonsense, the way they swung back at him was glorious. And if you haven't, I'm gonna let me do that right now before I forget, because I made sure before tonight's broadcast I put all the other links in. I don't think that I put their Kick channel link in. So I'm gonna it's Kino Casino Gaming. So it's kick.com/Kino Casino Gaming. And I'm going to put that in our live chat. One moment. Support the casino here. And by the way, it's my hope that 100 other content creators on YouTube will cover this. Don't let this guy get away with this. We cannot let this guy get away with this and try to intimidate people simply because he doesn't like what they have to say. I'm sort of a free speech absolutist. And, you know, people have made fun of me. People have attacked me. Honestly, usually when people come after me, it's very cringe. I have a paralyzed eye, so they call me wonky eye or make memes with, you know, patches over my eye or like, okay, you know, it's part of being a public figure, right? And by the way, you know, Jeremy Hambley has collected millions of dollars from his endeavors. So, you know, I'm a firm believer of you got to take the bad with the good. If you're collecting millions of dollars, if I was collecting millions of dollars, this is just me personally, I could care less if somebody was clipping me and making fun of me on another show. As long as I got my money, as long as I get my bag, I really wouldn't care. But we're going to sample some of the response, which I think this was the best Kino Casino show ever. And I realize, you know, I haven't been watching them that long, just since I collabed with them. That's when I started watching them. But what an incredible response.
Whoa!
Buddy!
We're still here, motherfuckers! We're still here, Jeremy Hambley of Wisconsin, you cuckold made flaggit who got your
there's a lot of stuff cut out. This is the YouTube version.
Not one fucking lick in, you pussy coward. You bowed down and let it whoop your fucking ass, and now we're gonna raw, just like your criminal bull Adam does to you and your wife. Well, you sit in the corner in your.
This isn't the promo. This is the show from last night.
Made
show
drinking
intro.
Swine that you fucking are. Oh, and by the way, you're a poopy.
We just watched the promo.
What do you think about
this?
That,
is the opening
buddy?
to their show last night.
You're
responding
pants,
after he tried to destroy
Hambley.
their business.
You shot your pants in Walmart, and the stink of your trail of smears went all the way from produce to the goddamn bicycle aisle. You think motherfucker they'll ever bow to you? You think they'll ever stop with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always busy with my own shows. I don't watch that. I watch Kino and I watch.
Do it. You'll
never
in the
Rand War lately. I watch TV.
Take down this platform
I don't watch very
right
much.
now. You said that you had the connections. You said to Josh Moon and DMs that you were talking to Eddie from Kick, and we would never stream again. Well, I'm
proud just to know
here. What do you think about that? You're gonna have to drag me
out gonna have a heart attack
with a crane, because I'm fat as and I've had it with you. You will never, and I mean ever, silence me ever in your miserable life. Do you understand me, boy? Do you understand me?
He was on fire.
I will your wife in front of you, and you will thank me for the privilege of treating her to a real man. You will never, ever match my will. Do you understand? You will never break me. I will break you, Jeremy Hambly. I already have. I'm taking your sanity from you day by day by day. And let me tell you something, buddy. By the time this is all done, you're going to beg for mercy and none will come to you. Let's go!
Ash, I 7 years ago fucked up with coke and fucked up my life. I crawled out of the ashes, came back, built myself back up for this fat to try to take me down. You, Jer.
I've never seen Worski so fired up either. Like, this is glorious. Look at this.
He's gonna fucking do.
Need a bigger bell. Need a bigger bell. Retard alert.
Jer,
That's a big retard alert.
Oh, won't take me down, you bitch. You piece of...
He is. He's so good at it. I wish I was
It's over.
He is at it.
It's over.
When even Ethan Ralph is with me.
Ethan Ralph is helping us out. He's backing us up.
When even Dick Masterson knows that I'm in the right and is siding with me. When Matt Jarbo is siding with Kino Casino. When Mersh is siding with Kino Casino.
All our enemies.
You know you f***ed up, buddy. It's a giant. Card alert, Jeremy. Buddy. Jeremy.
Where did
Everyone
he
knows
get that?
who
He
you
went and
are.
got a bigger retard
The
bell
streets
just
know
for Jeremy Hambly
who you are,
ordering.
Jeremy.
He needed
You're
a
the
bigger
lowest
retard
of the
bell for
low.
him.
You're the snitch. You're the traitor.
You're the
He should
teach them how to cut promos.
You're the Randall Weems. Miss Finster. Ain't nobody have any respect for fucking snitches. You're next to, and in fact, in some cases lower than fucking child.
I love that he went
in
to the
prison
trouble of getting a
hierarchy.
bigger one.
Do you know what
for Hambly.
happens to rats, Jeremy? They're exterminated, Jeremy. And you know right well what happens to dirty rats like Matt Jarbo. You were there. You were there.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
During the Boulder stream. You were there.
Yeah,
and
even
you claim
DSP
credit
didn't flag them.
for ending
Exactly.
Matt Jarbo's career.
It's an unwritten rule of
Do you
content creators.
understand
You don't flag
what you
another
just
content
did to
creator, no matter
yourself,
what.
Jeremy? Do you
9/11.
understand?
Where's the 9/11 for him?
It's not just flagging down channels.
Oh, I didn't
Jeremy,
know.
which
I have never.
you're
I
doing.
didn't see that. I
You're
skipped
caught
the
hand in
iDubbbz.
the cookie jar.
I don't like
It
iDubbbz
was your bowl.
segments.
It was your bowl, buddy.
Idaho
Mr.
Micro
Sellers
says, and here comes
himself
Steve with the
that
steel chair
comes
and
over
chair.
and
Yeah.
to your wife while you sit in the corner like the
Thank
bitch
you for
made
kindness, generosity, and
cuck that
support.
you
Idaho
are,
Micro,
that
big support
filed
tonight.
the privacy claim to have the video taken down. It was only him that could have done it. It requires his
PPP was
driver's
sweating
license
before
to be
the show
submitted
started, man.
on the
He was
YouTube
fired
forums, Jeremy.
up.
You guys
Glorious.
are desperate
The
to
best
cover
takedown
up the
video
fact
of the year.
that you invite
By
on a
far.
regular basis into your home a sex swinging bull that has a history of domestic abuse, where even his own fucking family members don't want anything to do to him, and his older female family member has a restraint.
All right, Dono of Spite is contributing to the show. And thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Dono of Spite with one for the goal says, Steve, I emailed you the furnace footage. It's 9 seconds. It would be so Kino if you could play it. And laugh out loud, it might motivate donos. Well, yeah, we're almost halfway to the goal there, Dono of Spite. So I will find that. And thank you for your kindness. Big support tonight from Dono of Spite, right? Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. I will find that and play it.
Order
Sure.
against him, Hambly. That's what you don't want people to know. But the people will know.
Yeah, they're
The
going to find out
streets
now.
will know, Jeremy. And
More people will know now.
I'm not doing
A
a
lot more
goddamn
people are gonna
thing
know
to you,
that.
by the way. All of this bullshit, all of this harassment that you claim that's going on, Jeremy Smollett, that you've provided no proof of, when you say that you're getting death threats, when you say you're getting threatening phone calls, when you claimed last week that you're getting packages in the mail. I have
show
nothing to do
proof.
with that. And I don't even think that that's real.
I don't even think that happened. Even Josh Moon from who runs Kiwi Farm said he's never gotten that level of harassment.
deal. But you know what, Jeremy? I'm not going to handle you, buddy. The streets are going to handle you. Do you understand? You went against the code.
Beyond.
We know. We know your history. But no. We know where this guy comes from. We know where this guy comes from. He comes from the sector. He comes from Gamergate, and the sector has come to claim one of their own. Your past has come back to haunt you. Your past has come to collect.
Oh boy. We'll take a moment. We're gonna share this tab instead. This is from Dono of Spite, and apparently this is my furnace, right?
Das war erst die Ruhe vor dem Sturm.
Oh shit, yeah. Thank you, Dono of Spite, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Happy to share that. Let's get back to the main event video here.
You were okay to do it to Brie Larson. You were okay to do it to Jack Murphy, posting his sex tape over and over
300 times.
and over
People
again.
said he posted it 300
until you actually
times.
got a temporary suspension from Twitter, Jimmy. You think the streets forgot? You think the streets forgot 130 videos on Brie Larson? You think the streets forgot
The sector
all
made
the
you. Now the sector will
videos
break
on
you.
Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian and the feminists? And here's the ironic part of it all. You cry out, my channel is under attack. My channel is under attack.
My channel's under attack.
I'm being silenced by the woke left. I'm being silenced by the woke left. But the moment that some motherfucker comes around that you can't pay off, that you can't bully, that you can't extort, that's coming for your ass relentlessly, and I'll never stop, you understand? Never, not until you're broken.
Yo, somebody remind me never to piss off PPP. I will go out of my way to never piss. He's the last person on the internet that you want to piss off. It's so stupid of the quartering. Like, do you not know the depths of what PPP and Andy Worski are capable of to do to you? Do you have no idea? Are you stupid?
Moment that happens, you cry out, please save me, YouTube terms of service, please save me, kick terms of service, please silence them, they don't deserve to have the freedom to
he got
speak.
flagged. He cried for 2 months.
I don't think so, mother. And the
they're going to make fun of him forever
know
now.
So, and even if you put me behind bars, the younger generation that I inspire will finish the fucking job when it comes to you.
Yeah, if you don't piss them off.
You're going to
This
get
is
away
pissed
with
off
this sort of
PPP.
activity?
This is scary.
You can talk like you're a mafia don. You think that you can engage in criminal extortion in DMs with Josh Moon and tell us that we have to take down our videos?
Taking everything they have.
Was he a preacher?
And
Makes sense.
Andy was banned off of YouTube. He's banned it.
I think he said that some people in his family were preachers, fire and brimstone preachers.
It will never, ever happen. By the way, how's Scorched Earth going, Jeremy? This fucking cuckold coward.
Yeah,
and it would have been one thing if today he had delivered on going Scorched Earth. Had he come out,
came for his wallet and Andy Worski's wallet. How dare
not
he
even
do
that, but with both barrels blazing. PPP showed his asshole. Andy Worski directed a hard to pull a gun in Miami.
Easy. Okay, so this is one of my normal viewers who's not used to this sector content. So some people in my live chat are confused. I kind of explained in the beginning. The quartering is a right-wing, anti-woke grifter who's like a millionaire but constantly begs his audience for money. And Kino Casino have been making fun of him and exposing what a hypocrite he is, like asking his audience for money after he bought a $340,000 airplane for his wife. You know, he needs money to pay his staff, and it's the quick version is that these guys make fun of him. So then he tried to wreck their YouTube channel by filing false reports of cyberbullying and harassment and privacy and community service guideline violations. So now they're all fired up and they're going back after him. I hope that helps, and for the benefit of anybody else who's a little confused. And all you have to know is that instead of a usual UFO or paranormal or fake psychic scammer, we're just covering a right-wing scammer tonight. You know, like a anti-woke scammer.
And said, aim, aim, aim. Damn, they're pieces of shit.
I just think the story is universally
little
fun.
cuckold
So
coward, after 3 days talking mad fucking shit, drunk out of his fucking mind on Twitter, trying to tell Josh Moon how it's gonna be to me. I'm gonna take everything. Right? I'm coming. It's scorched earth at midnight central.
He's a maggot grifter. That's a good way to say it.
High noon, Jeremy Hambly was gonna own us. We were gonna be destroyed, and I looked forward to it. You know, some days I come in here and this becomes like a fucking job, and I wonder, why am I fucking here? I don't even want to felt these fucking jokers. I want to sit on my ass and just chill. It became like a job, but I was never in this game for money or fame. It's always been for the love of the fucking game.
Laugh out loud. Let's go. Yes, you got to stay halfway to the goal. Thank you so much.
I live for this shit. You don't live for this shit, son.
Oh, he's boring.
I went toe-to-toe with Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes and all the dirtiest, slimiest, scum-sucking bottom feeders in this fucking game, and never back down 1 fucking inch. Always come forward, bite down on the mouthpiece to war, to war. But you ain't made like that, son. You ain't ever been in that frozen cabin, boy. You ain't ever had to go through hard times, Daddy. But I know hard times, and hard times are coming for you, Jeremy Hambly. You've never, ever in your life been able to talk like I'm able to talk. You can barely put 3 words in corner.
One moment. Sorry about that. Some reason I de-res for a moment there. Tex Howdy with 1 for the goal. Thank you for that. Says, as a former follower of the quartering, I'd just like to say the house always wins. Get felted, Jer. Yeah. If you want to see Jeremy Hambly get felted, the best way to do it is send me super chats. Yes, he hates that. He doesn't want to see people supporting his feltoning, right? Tex Howdy, but thank you for your kindness, generosity, and big support of the show. And we've got Jerem with 1 for the gold. Jared tried to sacrifice the casino for his golden bull, but now the casino is sacrificing Jared for the corn harvest. Oh, this is glorious. This is the best takedown of a scammer, especially like a hypocritical scammer that I have ever seen on the internet. I was blown away last night. I was laughing so hard that my wife came into my office twice and was like, what the hell are you watching? And I had to try to explain it to her. It was glorious. This is the best. Thank you, Jerm, for your kindness, generosity, and support. This is the best takedown of a hypocritical locale I've ever seen in my entire life.
100 times the entertainer and performer that you will ever be. And you think you can talk shit to Alex Jones? You aren't worthy to carry Alex Jones' fucking jockstrap, son. Your days are numbered. You were always a talentless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jeremy Hambly, the quartering, was having panic attacks all day today listening to this. You know? It's like that saying, that's when he knew. He effed up. Like, what an idiot to do this to these guys, right? What did he think? What did they think? Did he think they were going to put their tail between their legs and go, oh, please, sir, don't destroy our livelihood, not our show, not our Kick channel, not our YouTube. We'll take all those videos down, sir. Please don't use your connections to destroy our channels and our business and our livelihood and our show.
Passionless fucking hack. And for that reason, I hated you and laid you for destruction, to break you, to make you my bitch, you understand? But you've made it personal now. You've targeted the rice bowl.
The rice
You've targeted
bowl.
our livelihoods.
That's
but you know
right.
what?
Coming after
It's
his
not
wallet.
about that. You want to take away our ability to speak. You want to take away people's ability to criticize you and make fun of you.
Exactly.
And that shows that you stood for nothing all along. Because even if you were a basic bitch, fucking libertarian, you would have at least that commitment. But you fucking don't. Because when it comes time to you, when it comes time for you to be the fucking nail, you're a and you go running to the cops, you go running to lawyers, you go running to the YouTube terms of service, you go running to Eddie to run this fucking cycle.
We try to get their channel deleted.
How it's gonna fucking be. Eddie comes here and he gifts 100 subs on Bended Knee because there ain't no motherfucker on kick.com who can do what we fucking do. Do you understand? Literally. And that's why you're shook, Jeremy, because we're effective and we get the most flack when we're right over the target.
That's true. I just want to take a moment to welcome back. There's a lot of Kino Casino viewers I haven't seen here for quite some time. If you haven't already, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. Huge boost to our channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. I think I'm going to be doing more shows of this content type, but we have to come up with a way because sometimes our normal viewers tune in and they get upset. So I think we're going to be doing like an afternoon type show, like maybe a 1 p.m. Eastern show that will be centered around these sort of topics and off of our usual topics. But we'll still keep the regular Truth Seekers content and topics for our night shows.
And what you've done, Jeremy, by opening the floodgates, by crossing
I'm kind of sick of UFO grifters, to be honest with you. It's too much. We have to do some other topics so I stay sane.
Shit line, buddy.
I love this whole story arc. This story is great.
Shit line. And now your grift is hanging at the end of a fucking shit rope, Jeremy, hanging over the fucking shit abyss. And the harder you try to cling to that shit rope to save your grift, the quicker you'll slide down the greasy pole into the shit abyss of hell. And the only thing that will be there, Jeremy, is the mirror. And you can look in the mirror and see your own shortcomings of how you destroy.
You think he regrets what he did yet, guys? Let me know in the comments. Does the quarter in you regret what he did?
Pieces of shit from Canada.
Think so?
One a cokehead,
the
another
chat.
one 400 pounds who showed his asshole, got you so seething that you threatened to destroy their livelihoods and deplatform them, going against everything you ever stood for in your entire career. All of them, my channel's under attack. I just want to make money. I just want to be able to say what I want to say and think what I want to think. You flushed it all down the toilet. And for what? For your bull Adam's toilet. So that he can keep f***ing your wife and you can try and hide it from the world? Is it really worth it to you to goon to your wife getting f***ed by Adam's in the corner that hard, Jeremy? Is it?
In our opinion?
No. By the way, it's a fact in real life, Jeremy. And the harder you try and push this, Jeremy Hambley, the worse it will be for you. And you understand, right? There's no going back. There's no putting the toothpaste in the tube. You understand?
You're not getting
you want
out
to
of
put
this.
us in jail. You want to take all of our money. You want to take our livelihoods away. You say there's no fucking rules. Well, Ethan Ralph said that. How's that working out for him? Okay. By the way, Jeremy, we've treated you with kid gloves. Okay. I don't say your fucking wife's name. You say your wife's name.
It's true. He talks about his wife on his show all the time.
Hannah Claire today actually had to tell you to stop doxing your wife's name on your own program because you're such a fucking reckless idiot. Or are you? Or is this another case of the same weaponized incompetence you use in your marriage to Heather to get away with being a lazy layabout loaf idiot?
Oh, man. He's on fire. Nerd City, welcome. Good to see you here in our live chat with one for the goal, 20 for your cruelty, stinginess, and subversion. That doesn't sound like a compliment, does it? What's going on, Nerd City? Check out Nerd City on YouTube. I hear he's working on a hell of a new video, but and I've seen little bits of it. It's some of the best content I've ever seen. He does a great job. Go over and check out Nerd City on YouTube. Thank you, Nerd City, for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. And I just want to take a moment to a viewer. This is what's for the goal. We've got this is goal stuff. Look at this folder of the best, or I guess the worst, Jeremy clips ever, which we'll do if we can reach that goal. God bless the goal, friends.
Is it? Because what I think is happening here, Jeremy, is you're using your wife as a human shield, you disgusting piece of shit. You're using your wife and your family as human shields, just like Review Tech USA does.
Now, listen, I will say this. Joking around about somebody's wife, especially if they, if it's relevant, I don't really have a problem with. But I, in my case, I had a fake psychic we busted actually file false Child Protective Services complaints against my wife and I that were totally, she just made shit up, That's crossing a line. But, making fun of the guy or the guy's wife, even with, the situation with DSP's wife, I generally don't think people should involve his wife, but she was in the content. So what are you going to do? She's part of the show. He made her part of the show. So in that case, but filing false complaints with the law enforcement agencies or things like that's too much. That is really that's attacking. This fake psychic attacked my family. Making fun of Jeremy Hambly or the Quartering because his business partner and good friend has a history of swinging and criminal convictions and is always hanging out with Jeremy and his wife. I don't think that crossed any line.
What a low way to go, buddy. What a low way to go. And what you're actually doing by crying out about how you're being harassed without any proof of actually being harassed is you're inviting harassment on your family. You're inviting harassment on your wife. And you want your wife to be harassed. I don't want your wife to be harassed.
Me either.
I just want to be able to make videos saying that you're a fucking cuck and laugh at you and collect my fucking check.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Get your bag.
That's what I'm here for.
Legend.
I'm here to have
legendary
fun.
big
This is
bag.
a comedy program. I don't have these grand delusional aspirations you have of going to AmFest and rubbing shoulders with the elite to try and climb a greasy pole of conservative media so you can go to degenerate sex parties where you watch your wife get by a higher caliber of criminal, one that wears a suit and tie instead of an orange jumpsuit like Adam wears, buddy. That's you. I'm me. That's Andy. We do a comedy show that you've taken so seriously.
And just to put this in context, because this is important. Do you know that almost in my lifetime, as near as I can remember, every United States president has been made fun of on television, whether it's Saturday Night Live or something else, late night talk shows with impersonators. Every president has been made fun of. And a president does not have the ability to deplatform someone for making fun of them. But Jeremy Hambly, the Quartering, thinks that he has that right. Even a president can't deplatform a comedy show for making fun of them in a comedic it's comedic parody. You're allowed to do it. It's a freedom. At least it was. So, Mr. Anti-woke, anti-cancel culture. Oh, the woke attacking my channel. He thinks that he has more power than any president in my lifetime because, and I seem to recall like Donald Trump would say nasty things about Saturday Night Live, like their ratings are in the shitter or whatever, but he didn't try to cancel the show for making fun of him. Neither did Clinton, neither did Obama, neither did Bush or any other president that I can remember in my lifetime. Reagan, none of them were able or even would try to cancel a comedy show for making fun of them. So Jeremy Hambley thinks even though the president can't do that or wouldn't do that or won't do that, I'll do that. I'll take away these guys' wallets, right? Like P said, he went after the Rice Bowl because they're a viewer supported show. And he tried to take away their ability to take donations and make a living with what they're doing. And that is completely and totally despicable, disgusting, and wrong.
That you've crossed the line.
Want to ruin my life
and
Ashton's life?
Not
take everything?
Not one person is with you other than Nick Rekieta, who, guess what, is a cock.
And Vito.
He's a swinger.
And
Vito, the pedophile.
Literally.
These are your associates.
Yeah, those are his supporters.
The people who stand with you, Mr. Hambley. And I'm just telling you, your behavior is starting to piss people off who aren't like me.
The Trump
I'm not a nasty
and I don't
guy.
care about that shit.
Contrary to what people believe,
watching them.
I don't run gay ops. I don't dox. I don't SWAT. I don't do that shit. You understand? That's gay shit for it's like you who run to report and to cry.
And to DM people to destroy our lives. I'm going to ruin their
you're
life.
Probably right.
If you continue the way you're going, and honestly, you've already gone too far now.
Too far.
Get down on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Seriously, you can't just pretend that what you did yesterday didn't happen. Because I'm going to tell you something right now, Jeremy. I've seen the messages you sent to Josh. Do you want them to come out? Why don't you release them now and just get it over with? Yeah. Why don't you release the messages that you sent to Josh last night, Jeremy?
Yeah, got his job right.
Because I'm telling you right now, buddy, those messages are bad. In those messages, you admit that you are planning to do anything and everything to deplatform us. Anything.
You know what I never understood? How did the guy, what's his name, get the Tonight Show? It is the most unfunny. He's like the most unfunny comedian. The guy just got super lucky, I guess. And they needed somebody to run the Tonight Show after the Kimmel debacle or the Conan debacle. I don't know how that guy's on television. Like, he's just not funny. Not Colbert. I don't know who is the. Let me just Google it. He's so unfunny. I can't even remember his name. The Tonight Show on NBC. Jimmy Fallon. That's who I'm talking about. Does anybody actually like Jimmy Fallon? He's just not funny. I just don't think he's funny at all. I don't know how he got that job. Extremely lucky. I don't think he was ever funny on anything I've ever seen him.
And everything. And you undermine in a lot of those messages the entire legal case that you want to make. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy, but you barked up the wrong fucking tree. You have sown the wind and you will reap the fucking world.
Nobody even liked him on Saturday Night Live.
You don't understand. The version of Kino Casino that you've been getting for the last 6 or 7 months, we were just having fun.
He's
now there's a mission.
Jimmy Fallon doesn't even like the Jimmy Fallon.
I live for a mission.
Fallon sucks.
I live for a righteous cause. I'm a preacher. I come from a whole lineage.
Yeah, there he says he comes from a whole line of preachers.
And you gave me the biggest soapbox to stand up on and shout that I'm the victim. I'm the persecuted one.
Yeah,
no longer.
At least I know it's not just. I thought maybe it was just me.
And you're being
right.
corrupt.
Like, he couldn't have got that gig. It's such a big gig, prestigious gig. He couldn't have got that gig. Like, how did he get that? I was always like, how did he get that gig? He's so unfunny. I thought maybe it's just me. Maybe I just don't get it. Right? Maybe I just don't understand. The vast majority of our live chat all say Jimmy Fallon sucks. Right?
When you're claiming you're going to take everything from me and my good friend Andy Worski, all because
he was going to take everything
dared have the balls to say the emperor has no fucking clothes, all because we dared to say that you're not a king, you're not a god,
he thinks
you're not a mob.
I like Ferguson. Yeah, I thought
you're
he was
not
so
the leader of a criminal enterprise. All that you are is a poopy pants couple surrounded buy pieces of plastic, your Funko Pops, your action figures, your toys,
Yeah, he spends money
your
on the
retro
dumbest shit, this
video
guy.
games, in your man-child mansion that was subsidized because you're a Nepo baby by mommy and daddy, and you got lucky on YouTube and spammed the algorithm for years
Could
by
be,
being
Nick.
a safe
Could
little
be.
cuckold that minced your words, minded your P's and Q's, towed
I
the
liked Carson
line,
and
knelt
Letterman. I
down
grew up
to
with them.
Susan,
My
sucked
dad loved Carson.
toll,
He never
while
missed a
everybody
show.
else got banned. Well, all the real fucking G's got banned.
Yeah,
But
Funko
you know
Pops.
what the difference is?
2014 called
Us
Jared.
real
Yeah.
fucking G's who were out in the wilderness for many a year. We know how to survive in barren seasons. We know how to survive when winter comes and the stocks are
All
short
right, Hot
and the
Fart
weather and the
Fernando.
conditions
Get
are
the one
hostile
syllable
and
kick.
cool. Do you?
Thank you, Hot Fart
Will you,
Fernando.
when legal bills are
Very
mounting
kind of you. Let's get
100,000,
some kick support.
200,000, 300,000, 500,000, when they enter year 2, year 3,
Year 4.
year 4, year 5, year 6 of a legal battle based on your criminal extortion, based on your
Yeah, he had a
alleged
$10,000
bullshit
Neo
defamation
Geo game.
fucking
Totally
claims, buddy,
relatable.
an
Yeah.
international lawsuit. Are you going to be ready to pay the price, to be fucking drained, to have everybody in your life be cross-examined, to go into discovery, to provide the messages, all the messages
Yeah, they're
between
out
you
there.
and
I
Adam
think
over
they're
the
still-
years,
they're
all of
still
the
on some
messages
channel,
between
I think.
Adam and your wife. Are you prepared for that? Because we are. Because we
And hey,
know.
that's something I can relate to, because when I first built my first cabin, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. And the first winter there, the cabin itself was built, the 4 walls, the door, the windows, and the roof. But I didn't have any money left. Like, I blew my load, and it was only a 12 by 24 little cabin. But I didn't have any money, and we were struggling. And so I didn't have insulation in the cabin for the first winter. And granted, I wasn't living there full time, so P had it much worse than me. God bless him that he survived winters in a frozen cabin. But even being there on the weekends, you know, eventually I figured out I lined the walls with old sleeping bags. Like, I just pinned them up, and that helped a lot because we only had a little wood burner. It was like, the firebox was only the size of a shoebox, so you had to load it every hour. And I would wake up, go to bed around midnight, and wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning freezing because the fire went out, and have to start the fire shaking. My hands were so cold. So I have a lot of respect for P going through that, because that was full time for him every day. And I talked to him a little bit about it. He said every day we'd have to go chop wood and struggle to keep the place warm, and it had it's just an uninsulated cabin, you know, like an old log cabin. And log cabins, for those who don't know, are drafty as shit unless you really chink them well, you know. And we've got Germ 70 with $2 saying Jared is going to be screwed during the next meetup. Yeah, I think. Does everybody think thank you for kindness, generosity, and support? I don't know about the rest of you, but I think he's starting to regret his decision to do that to them. Right? Like, what a stupid choice.
What it's like to suffer. We know what it's like for times to be fucking hard. You've never felt that in your life.
No, he's a Nepo baby.
I want you to feel
He's
that.
never suffered.
I want you to
He's
feel
never
that
struggled.
pressure. I want you to feel that stress. I want you to feel that
Mommy
strain,
and Daddy would
because
always bail
I
him
live for
out.
the pressure.
Right?
I live for the stress. I live for the strain. That's what makes me a fucking man. And that's why you'll always be a fucking cuckold and a little bitch who, when times are hard, just like back in 3rd grade, you ran to your parents, Mommy, Daddy, the teachers gave me a bad grade in class. And the teacher sat your parents down and said, Jeremy wants lobster grades for cod work. Because you haven't read a book in your entire life, you illiterate swine, and you want to pretend like you know politics.
Yeah,
I've lived for politics since I was 8 years old. Rex Jones has lived for politics his entire life, raised from his father's fucking knee. And you want to come in and pretend like
disgusting.
you know a
How did he make
goddamn
$5
thing
million?
about politics, and you
Context
can't
sucks.
even read
Yeah,
a book.
totally
Here's the
lucky.
thing. You ain't no political speaker.
He is
and
not
you
a
ain't
political
no
speaker.
comedian.
And you know what else? Jeremy's channels are all dying because nobody cares about anti-woke stuff anymore because, it's the Donald Trump era. Like, that shit worked great during Biden, right? That shit worked great during Obama because people get sick of too much of that. And so he farmed everybody's anti-woke outrage and figured out how to hit that algorithm, right? But, like, I just don't see people watching him once and subscribing to his channel and watching more of his videos. They're just so generic, so low effort, so low energy. The guy's like crying that he's tired on his show and like, how hard of a gig is it? Just read the news stories, dude. Just put your dumb political takes in the bag, sir. But he's a lot like DSP, and he starts the show with the boardroom meeting about what's working and what's not, like for a half hour. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that.
Median eye.
He talks about having an emergency shit session at Walmart. Don't worry, we're going to end the show with that video. That video is awesome. Subscribe to Songs in the Key of CWC. The link is in the description of the video. Also, in the description of the video or podcast are the links to support the Kino Casino.
Do you get it? Jeremy, we're going to drag you into the deep water. You're not prepared. You will drown.
And also, illicit.
There's no more warnings. There's no going back. The behavior that you have decided to expose, whether you kill us and we're homeless in the streets and starving or not, I can guarantee you one thing. You'll feel it. You'll feel it from us. If we suffer, you will suffer. And I know you don't like to suffer, boy.
He doesn't like to suffer. He can't even be uncomfortable, let alone suffer.
So you need to reconsider your actions, bitch, because I'm willing to go to jail for this shit. Are you?
When you threatened me yesterday,
yeah, $15,000 in cars,
and take everything, I liked you, Andy. I liked you. The last thing you said to me 5 years ago was, "I can't wait to see your dead body in a ditch." Well,
$170 with $2. Jared only made it because he was the only option. Yeah, everybody else got canceled, I guess.
And you have no money. Your money's bleeding out. You got nothing. You're spending money when you don't have. So
you're going into debt, buddy.
Me. You used me and spit me out, and then wished death upon me. So you.
Yeah, he told him he wanted to see him dead in a ditch. Oh, he liked
Anyway, folks, I know, but really. Like, what is this guy?
At least with iDubbbz, he never flagged us.
That's what's crazy.
With Jarbo, he went back.
Yeah, go watch their stream right after
this.
But
isn't that
in the description to
what's
their
crazy?
channel.
Yeah, iDubbbz.
Or in the
say
live
what you
chat.
want to say about iDubbbz, man. He's been having to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
For 6 years. Everybody and their mama calling him a cock every day.
He didn't flag anybody. Because you don't do that.
Absolutely destroyed by Sam Hyde. We've been dragging the guy for
years.
I'm
kind of the same way.
But he never flagged down one of our videos.
Ever.
And he certainly never openly said that he was going to destroy our livelihoods.
Go there.
And that's a leftist.
Guys.
That's a legitimate cuckold leftist.
A beyond leftist, like an extreme leftist.
Probably does. He's probably got 100,000 in credit card debt.
What are you talking about, Jeremy? Are you okay?
At least when Ralph.
Yeah, I did. I put on my phone. I don't have many apps on my phone.
Shit, he was drunk and on pills. He didn't.
And the next day, Ralph didn't back down from it, did he?
Yeah, no. He doubled down.
Ralph proudly owns it, and they'll just go in
Albert Smith
and go
having
off.
a good night.
And I have respect for that.
Yeah.
He fucking hollers. He gets drunk as. He doesn't give a. But the moment that Jeremy Hambly put down the bottle last night after his 3-day bender of burning down his life and promising that today would be scorched earth, he was going to salt the earth and destroy us. He tucked tail and pretended like none of this ever can happen.
He banned everyone. And he banned one of my tweets down, by the way. One of my tweets was gone.
Banned every single person in chat who is calling him out. Josh Moon was in chat calling out fucking Jeremy Hambly. I was in chat calling out Jeremy Hambley today, he is a bitch-made fucking coward, and it's no wonder that he allows other men to his wife while he pleasures himself in the corner like the little beta bitch fucking soy boy he is. And I will fight to the death for my right to call you a fucking cuckold, because it is my sincere conviction in my heart of hearts, before Jehovah, before Yahweh, before the King of Kings and the supreme sovereign of the universe, I believe that you are a fucking cuckold, Jeremy, that jerks it to your wife getting pounded out by the Jew Bull, by Skyrone, and all the rest of the bulls in a greasy fucking gangbang Wisconsin
Visit our
style.
website, TrueSecretShow.com.
No, there ain't
You can
any
get all
pretty
these episodes,
people
video or audio,
in
whatever you prefer.
Wisconsin.
They're all there.
Holy buddy. Anyway.
What the he was thinking.
And AI
By
can
the
do
way,
a better job
our
than
fans
Jared. That's
have
why he
our
was so
back,
worried about
Jeremy.
AI slop.
And I'll tell you,
right?
you don't have
Thank
any
you.
fans. You don't have any supporters. You don't have any defenders. You don't have any donators. All you have is YouTube ad revenue, and it's dwindling.
It's
And all
going
you
away,
have
Jared.
is a Rumble deal that's expiring in June. Or is it? You claim you have another 5 years left on your Rumble deal in private to Josh Moon. But publicly, you tell your fans in the world
Why
that it's
is that
expiring in June. Which is it? And this is why we demanded that you submit your documents for a financial audit. Not to me, not to Andy, not to anybody.
I don't want
other
your
than
info.
we want an actual
Yeah, by the
financial
way,
auditor
D-Live-
involved. We want Caleb.
D-Live has announced that they're going away. I never liked D-Live. I think it's a shit platform. It always was. We tried it, didn't like it, got no viewers there. Like a lot of alt platforms.
Hammer involved, or an equivalent
I think Rumble's next.
auditor that will be able to go through and see exactly what your financial situation is. And by the way, Jeremy, if you do take this to court, we will get it. We will get your documents. Do you understand? So as much as you
Really?
think that
That's
you're going to
interesting.
break us down, every step through
Good for
discovery,
him.
we will be getting information that will felt you. Do you understand that? And this is what's crazy. Josh Moon told Jeremy this.
Not slow
He said to
effort.
Jeremy, do you know
Look at
they
this.
can put your wife
This is
on the
crazy.
stand
Then he
for
plays the
6
clip.
hours in
And
a
then there's
deposition?
No commentary.
Jeremy Hambley says this is about protecting his
Actually,
wife. He
this
said
is
to Josh,
wrong. You can put somebody in a deposition for 8 hours, a full day. So he's throwing around, Jeremy is throwing around legal threats. That would be extremely unwise of Jeremy, the quartering, to do, because then the Kino Casino boys can subpoena his tax records, his bank account records, his emails, his private messages, his text messages, everything. And also put his wife in a deposition chair for 8 hours, or anybody they want to subpoena and get a deposition from. They can subpoena the bull and make him sit and answer questions for 8 hours straight. So, yeah, no, Jeremy, no. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for him to be throwing around legal threats.
he doesn't care that he would put his wife on the
Not going to
stand
work
for
out well
6
for him if
hours.
he does that.
This isn't about his wife.
Because
This
they're
isn't
felting him
protecting
without
his-
all that.
about
Imagine if they
protecting
had all his
wife
financial
or about
records.
protecting his family.
They could make
What
them all
this
public.
is about is protecting him from the embarrassment and his bull from the embarrassment of
do
the
her own
entire
show.
internet
I like Aaron
knowing
Claire.
who they are
She's
and
like a
what
nice-
they're about.
like a
That's
cool
what
chick.
this is about. And he's using his wife as a human shield to protect the bull. Because for months and months and months, we said that his wife got blown out by Skyrone, the Sky Bull, right? We talked about how he cried in the basement when his wife went to go eat pizza, and he pissed all over the floor as revenge. He didn't.
He was
say it.
fine.
Look,
He was fine
he
with
was
that.
fine. He was fine with it. But the moment we exposed Adams versus the bull,
I bet she
He
does make
mentioned
nice
his
sandwich.
name, not us.
I don't know why.
10
That
times.
might be.
he went, by the way,
Thing.
he went publicly by his name on Twitter. He went publicly by his name on Twitter. He used the same username on his public Twitter account connected to his real name and picture that he used on Reddit
Yeah, then cry
when he
about
was
privacy.
posting in
Looking for
places like
bitches,
our
yeah.
Wisconsin Bulls, our Wisconsin swingers, our hot wives of La Croix, Wisconsin, or whatever talking about things like having a husband
that's a
push
very
his
smart
wife's
move.
head down on his
Metalhead Retro Gamer. I'm the
and
same way.
that's who Jeremy Hambly
My wife
invites
will
into his
never be on
home.
my show
Not
ever,
once,
ever,
not
ever,
twice,
never, ever,
not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, but dozens
Every
and
week.
dozens and dozens of times.
He knows.
This
he knows
same
that.
man who wants
But he's
people
allowed to
to
call
look
him
into
fat
it
because he's,
has
kind
been
of like the
convicted
N-word.
of a myriad of crimes, including domestic abuse, for fuck's sake. And you're having this guy in your
Nuisance
home
IRL
around
streamers.
your
I
wife,
don't
and
like-
you're
I
trying
don't
to
like
pretend as
IRL
though you
streamers.
didn't know.
It's
You had no idea.
really shitty entertainment.
Really?
But
Do you want to
makes
put
it
it
to
to the
watch.
test that you didn't fucking know? Is that what you want to do, big boy? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
'Cause
they
I'm
both have
ready.
big bankrolls.
I'm fucking ready, man. I'm ready to go to war with you. You think that you can just do this shit and that nobody's ever
7-star.
gonna call
I'm not
you
sharing your
out?
comment on the screen, but
No,
yes, I agree.
I'm
with you.
calling your bluff. I call your bluff. I think that you're full of nothing but liquid courage. And when it comes down to your actual courage, when it comes down to your
He
actual
has no
fucking
real
convictions,
courage and conviction.
you are lacking. You will measure up short, just as short as your little fucking micro penis, buddy.
Can I say this, Ash? About the YouTube thing. He goes, I'm going to get them removed off of YouTube. Trust me. Easy. But a human reviewed the video and a human went, this is okay. They watched the full thing. We had to wait 6 hours, 6:30 a.m. on Easter. On Easter.
Yeah, and by the way,
Well,
what
and this is what-
doing this to them on a holiday? It's Easter. People are having ham and cabbage or whatever they have with their family. My wife, it was turkey, but she made ham because my son likes ham, so turkey and ham. But anyway, it's Easter Sunday. People are hanging out with their family. They're having family quality time together. They don't want to deal with your nonsense, fake accusations attacking their YouTube channel on a holiday, you piece of shit. Wait till Monday at least.
Crazy. What's crazy is this guy is doing this whole fucking spiral. This whole meltdown on Easter Sunday of all days. And then,
Yeah, they're backroom.
it's just
journalists.
crazy.
We waited
It
for
really,
4
really
hours
is.
from 2 a.m. after the promo channel, the cathedral channel.
Yeah, micro
was flagged.
penis? What?
Blake stayed up all night with a bad feeling. He's like, he's gonna flag us. I bet you he'll flag us. 2:30 a.m. my time. It's flagged. He has to make up the entire appeal. He has to put all the timestamps. Speak to a human. Wait 4.5 hours. 6:38 a.m.
By
He
the way-
messages me. It's back. Thank God. I'm like, thank God.
He had a lot of
where are all
money.
of Jeremy's friends
Hologram
to speak up
XD.
for him?
Yeah, nobody's
Where's
speaking up for
Nerdrotic
him.
at?
Not one
Is
person.
Nerdrotic going to come to your defense?
No,
No, you
Rick-
burned him.
What's his name?
You burned him. He doesn't agree with what
What
you
about
did.
Jer?
You think-
Other Jer. Good Jer.
Yeah. What about good Jer?
Nick
Geeks and
Rakaina
Gamers?
did.
Is he coming
That's
to your
it.
defense? No. What about Sargon? Sargon coming to your defense? Sargon coming in on a white stallion after you were his lackey and attack boy for him for years and years? No. Sargon's not coming in to defend you. Where are your allies? Where are your friends that are co-signing this activity? There's not one
nobody
that can be
supports him doing
found
this.
other than fellow cucks and fucking pedophiles. Okay.
Yeah, just like when Corey Glick did that to me on Christmas.
And by the way, to
tried
everyone who
to
supported us over the
destroy
weekend,
my
thank
channel
you
on
so
Christmas
much.
week.
We really appreciate it. Even our enemies, I give a tip of the cap to you all.
Not even somebody
Thank
said
you.
V is gonna sweep. Not even V swept for you.
V,
Do you guys know? Do you guys know that V was one of the first ones when the news broke to shit on Jared's head?
Oh, really?
Oh, good.
You-
Yeah.
video?
Oh, maybe someday.
Awful.
I
No, he
would
did a
like
whole
that.
live stream about how Jeremy Hambly is a cock, and the bull is coming.
Oh,
and he
yes,
said,
yes, yes,
I'm not
last week.
surprised. I
Yes.
am not surprised. I knew
You know,
this for
and we got one of
years.
the
You
old
know,
on Jared's side, yeah.
Because
nobody
no one wants this.
no
No one
one
wants this.
Nobody listen. Every single creator that is out there,
Absolutely.
every single YouTuber,
Every content creator. I'm
Rumble
one of them.
streamer,
I agree with Pete on
particularly the
this.
people on Rumble and Kick, particularly people on the right wing that were censored for years and years and years by bullshit reports on the left. have no sympathy for snitch flaggers like you, people who
Snitch
threaten
flagger,
to take
that's a
down
good
other
way to put
people's
it, yeah.
videos and take down their livelihood. You have made such a horrendous tactical error. I don't understand how you could
Big
possibly
mistake.
think that this was the
Huge
right
mistake.
call. I do actually. You were drunk.
You know
You
what?
were
You know
drunk
what's
as
funny about
fuck
this
in a
whole thing?
disgraceful fashion on Easter Sunday as you LARP as a Christian, but yet,
And by the way,
Jeremy Hambly
just from personal
complained.
experience, I'm not going to get too personal, but I will tell you this: it's never a good idea to be drunk and angry, like really angry at somebody, because then your inhibitions are down, and then you say things, do things, or send things, or put things in motion that you wouldn't do if you weren't in that altered state. Never a good idea.
That there were too many baptisms on Easter. Do you know this?
What?
Jeremy Hambly complained that too many souls
Yeah,
were
that's
being
true.
saved.
He's got
were
a lot of
giving their
detractors.
hearts to Christ, and it inconvenienced him that he couldn't get out of the parking lot quick enough
Thanks,
to get
Stinky
home,
Shower Store.
to
I
get
appreciate
drunk,
that.
and
I'm going to
see
be
that
proud
the
of
Kino
that for the rest of
Casino
my
on
life.
Twitter. That's where his
I really worked
priorities
hard
are
to
at.
make that
There
as
are
good as
no
it was.
principles, not for freedom of speech, not for
Yeah,
the
he should have to do
salvation
a
of
Jarbo
souls,
style
as he
apology.
tries to
Yeah.
LARP that he is with a $10,000 crucifix.
Well, it's okay to
Jeremy
vent, but not be
Hambly, you
sending
might
things or making
buy a
decisions.
$10,000,
This is
$100,000 Rolex diamond encrusted cross,
Nope.
but for a
Never
true
end up
Christian,
looking for it.
their crucifix is written on their hearts, and we see it through their faith, their living faith in Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ, on the day of judgment, will call you before his throne, and you will have to answer for the bigotry that you have committed on Easter Sunday. And you will tremble and cry like
God,
the
man, it is on
soy-filled
fire.
bitch you are, just like when you
Soy-filled
trembled
bitch.
and cried when
Yes,
you got your ass
soy-filled
beaten by a
bitch.
penny in a bar and didn't lift one fucking hand in your defense
Yeah,
because
I
you're
will.
a
Like I said, I'll
coward
always be
and a
proud of that.
cuck.
I did the best I could.
I'm with my family.
That was one of the only interviews I
Everyone
was
is with
ever
their family
nervous,
on
really
Easter.
nervous about.
And I
And
gotta
I was like,
step away for
could go
30
bad.
minutes and take a phone call about how someone is trying to
sure does.
ruin my life and take every penny I have because of fucking jokes when his entire career is based on making 400 videos per person reviewing all their personal information.
How many videos
what a
has he
hypocrite.
done on Brie Larson? How many videos has he done
300.
on
300
AOC?
videos on Brie
Did he
Larson
spare
alone.
AOC's husband? No. You know, did he spare Christy Noem's husband when he was going after? No. In fact, he said that it was our duty to shame. Embarrassing.
Thank you, Bobetta, for
I'm just saying, Jeremy, and this the right wing,
I don't
who
know why
we
we're having
found
a
out
new internet issue.
that they
Yeah,
had
I
a bull
apologize.
who was a convicted criminal, who is actively engaging in sex swinging in the Wisconsin area, who is meeting up with sex workers for the
Yeah,
purposes
by the
of
way, it's your responsibility as a show host to know, even if they're just going to be a guest, like you can't possibly know everything about somebody's history, but you know, I think it was a tremendous mistake on the quartering's part not to look into this guy before involving directly with him in business and having him, you know, on the show or talk, you know.
prostitution. Okay, if we learned that about anybody else who looks like you, who collects Funko Pops like you do, you would be going after them, calling them a soy-filled bitch. You would make 50, 100 videos about them. You did it with Jack Murphy. Turnabout is fair play. Do you understand? You can't be the bully. You can't be the one leading harassment campaigns and brigading against other people and then cry if something like that happens to you. And that happens to us too. We know this life. We've had to be the nail. There's been a number of days where we were just getting felted.
Oh yeah,
where we were
over
just
the last
getting
4 years,
torn, just
the
torn
world
apart.
shit on me when
And
I was
you-
knocked out. The world, the entire normies recognized me.
Yeah, that's a shame. Andy had some tough times, you know, with addiction, and you know, and it's a shame that so many people chose to kick him when he was down, right? It's a shame. Instead of like trying to help him, you know, if I see somebody struggling with that, even if they're what many people might perceive as an enemy of mine, I still try to help them. I have helped several people that were very unkind to me try to get into treatment. $2 from Forbidden Cat Belly says, help truth seekers. Internet is under attack. Yeah, I need some donations. My internet is under attack. That's what happened, right? But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And yes, Andy, comeback story. Everyone likes a comeback story, especially if they've truly changed. God bless him, you know. Andy survived the Miami arc. That would kill many careers. Yeah. Well, good for him. And I keep Andy Worski and PPP. They're in my daily prayers. I pray for them and a bunch of other people who I like and respect every day. I wish the best for him and PPP and everybody, really.
When I was getting internet, and he's like, hey, I know you. Are you the guy that was knocked out in 20 seconds? And I'm just like, yeah. And I had to take it and laugh. I had to go, hi, I suck at boxing. I suck at fighting.
You need to take your lumps like a.
I give him credit for having the balls to do that boxing match.
We all know how this game
I
works.
wouldn't do it. I would get knocked
And
out
we're
too. I
all so
wouldn't do it.
grateful and so lucky to be in it, to have audiences, to be
everybody
able
loves
to
the
make
redemption
money
story.
doing the best and easiest fucking job in the entire world. And the fact that you're allowing us to
God bless me,
jeopardize
everyone.
that for you is crazy.
Not
That
everybody
you're
makes it
willing
back.
to risk it all, and you said you would burn it all down, and you would be willing to lose everything.
Yeah, it's not
in
easy to
order
get out of that,
hurt
man.
us.
It's a downward spiral.
What's wrong with you? Exactly. Like, what is your major malfunction?
I thought we were irrelevant.
A lot of us have been
I
there.
thought we
I've
were
been there.
nobodies.
Well,
I thought we had 10
that's what he
people in
said.
chat.
That's remember when this all
at the 10
started. He
people in
said these
chat.
guys. And by the way, this guy was trying to say I'm a random, I'm a nobody, as he begs and pleads to have a platform here. Please let me on. Please let me on.
Yeah, he wants a
Please,
deal. He wants a special
please do a
deal.
weight loss competition with me. Please do this with me. I want nothing to do with stinky cuckolds like you. Do you understand? I know what you did to Mr. Mediker back in the day. The bullshit that you did. The hoops that you tried to make Jim jump through. I'm making you jump through hoops. I'm treating you like you're a fucking nobody. Like you're a fucking nothing. Like you're a fucking worm. Because you are. You are a fucking worm. You are a
I know that's
worthless
funny. A weight loss
bum
competition.
that I have no respect for. And I'm going to make you dance.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
gonna
agree
make
with
you
that
sing
one. Why
my
I like fools.
fucking
That's
tune.
it.
I'm
They're
going to
fun
make you
until they're
play my
not. Yeah.
reindeer games, buddy.
God bless
I'm going to
anybody
get you
struggling
down
with
in the
that.
mud with me, and you're going to wrestle with quite the fucking pig. We're both fat fucking pigs, but I'm much younger. I'm much better
You've lost a
looking.
lot of weight.
I'm
Much more
much more
talented.
charismatic. I
Funnier.
appreciate you saying
you
that.
have,
Public
you have.
speaker.
And when I see him in real life, I'm like, whoa, he actually has changed. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy because you
Yeah,
actually
he's looking good.
work for it.
I think he
You
lost a
work for
lot
it.
of
Not
weight.
only with that, but
He's looking
also
healthier
you put on
than
a
I've ever
show.
seen him.
You know how happy I am here? I could produce and do whatever, and I could just enjoy listening.
Do you
and
wanna
laugh.
know
People go,
why?
Andy fake laughs. I don't fake laugh. You want to know why?
That's
Because
pretty
I'm with the
true, Dave,
funniest
yeah.
motherfucker on the internet right now. That's
There's a
why I
difference,
laugh.
Jer. Both of us come from sales, Jeremy. Both of us come from marketing. Both of us come from call centers.
You're gonna have a
But
mud
there's a
wrestle.
difference between you and me. There's people that are order takers like you, Jeremy. People that don't put their whole
good for
heart
him.
into
I
it.
just want him to be
that-
healthy.
and then there
I
are
don't
people
care
like
what
me
he
that are
looks like,
order
you know?
makers.
I want him to be
that
healthy and have a
make
happy,
the
long life.
customer fucking buy, that
God bless him.
close the fucking deal. You can only get the fucking lay me downs,
Yeah,
buddy.
looks like he did,
I'm
yeah.
the real
Good for him.
fucking
God
deal,
bless him.
Jeremy. I would knock on fucking doors, 200 doors a day, 300 fucking doors a day. In the winter, no after no after no, buddy. You don't fucking know shit, Jer. You're a fucking bum, and you always fucking will be. You're not an entertainer. You're not a
He's not as
performer.
entertaining
You're
as
not a
watching Pain
closer.
Guy.
You are a fucking bum loser, Jeremy, and you always will be.
I did YouTube for free for 15 years, Jer. And then when I lost everything, you know what I did? I streamed to 10 fucking people for two fucking years. We're gonna always be here.
We're always gonna be here, and you will never get rid of us.
Never, ever. All right, look at that. What an incredible Kino Casino show. PPP's verbal IQ is 145-ish. I agree with Andy. Now, granted, I have to preface this. I don't watch a huge amount of internet content. But I would say that I think that PPP is the funniest person I've seen doing live streams on the internet. The most consistently entertaining, the one with the most charisma, you know, like he's just fun to watch. And I think he can literally talk about anything and be more entertaining than almost anybody, especially people that have no talent like Darkside Phil or just quartering clown, right? Give me more ASAP. Okay. Well, we did. I'm going to just tease this. This is not going to be our last show covering Hambly. Call it a new pig roast, maybe, right? Let's sample. We have this huge. I have this huge folder. Thanks to a kind and generous viewer for sharing it. Much appreciated. We've got a huge collection of quarter pounder clips, right? That's what I'm calling them. This is the quarter pounder clips. This is him admitting to self-censorship.
You've got a lot going on. You've got, you know, new words every day that you've got to worry about. You've got advertisers every day getting bombarded about being on a video that might have said the wrong thing at the wrong time. But come on. Look.
Oh, yeah. His life is so hard making YouTube videos. You know, I can't stand when a YouTube, especially somebody making a huge amount of money on YouTube, complains about how tough being a YouTuber is. Like, dude, go out in the middle of summer in 100-degree weather and do roofing for 8 hours. Those people have a right to complain. No YouTuber has a right to complain. It's an easy gig, sitting in an air-conditioned office or whatever, heated, environmentally controlled. You work when you want. You take off when you want. You run reruns and take a week off at a time if you want.
I know.
Easy gig.
I mean, you demonetized my podcast channel for no reason, and I said nothing. And now my main channel, I can't even reach out to my own subscribers. If you're actually subscribed to me, all I can ask is that you follow me on Twitter if you use Twitter, or on minds.com/thequartering, because I always post my new videos there. And if you're on YouTube, maybe you randomly got unnotified. So there's usually this bell on.
That's interesting. I don't know what that one's really. All right. Let's find a better one. Quarter pounder. One moment here. Let me get. And you have to forgive me because I got this folder right as we went to broadcast. So kind of difficult. Oh, here he's talking about Brittany Ventney. And again, married man. Why are you talking about another woman on your show that you want to have children with? This is pretty cringy. And like I said, I haven't gone through this whole folder, but there's some gems in here.
Wasn't even a real cam girl.
Venti wasn't even a real cam girl by the standard we're talking with
She
here.
was in on the joke. Yeah,
she was
Eli's
in
right.
on the joke and was more in line
Yeah,
with the
that's true.
chatterbait girls.
Let me tell you this
She
about
didn't show
Venti.
as much
I
as
would,
the host do either.
I would give everything I had to have babies with that girl. Even though all my kids look like sharks, I'm in. So tell me about the other two types of.
Does your wife know? Does your wife know the quartering we want to have?
Oh yeah, I'm very open about it. She's cool with it.
His wife is cool with him wanting to have babies with somebody else, right? Oh boy. 1 second here. DMs with Blair, watermarked.
YouTubers relatively in the same space, so I feel like I know you.
Yeah, like not directly.
Yeah.
I think like we've talked in DMs before, you know, but like not directly. But yeah, it is like
he's in Blair White's DMs.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
getting married
I'll just-
man. All right, that's kind of enough for a preview here. We're going to save that for the next time we do quartering pig roast. I think this is going to be a thing. And congratulations, you dummy, because now you got my attention, trying to destroy my friend's business, trying to take everything from them. She smells like terrible man things. What? Oh, come on. He's an incel. He has zero riz. Can't talk to women. You know, some guys are just like that, I guess, right? We can take our fair use banner down. I want to thank all of you for joining us. Didn't quite hit the goal, but we saw a great night of support. So we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. And we've got Merlin Locke just followed our Kick channel. If you haven't already, our Kick channel is in the description of this video. It's kick.com/truthseekers. Truth Seeker Show. I'm sorry, Truth Seeker, one Truth Seeker, the word show. Or just search for us on Kick. Go over there and follow us. If you follow us during the live broadcast, we give you a big shout out and thank you. Malchus Rusty Bones just followed us. Can't Sin. Oh, I almost missed this. Just gifted 5 subs. I'm sorry, that might have been 6. Gifted 5 subs to Ralph Family Treasure, Master Nick of TW, Hot Fart Fernando, Anime Chris. All got a free gifted membership. And we got Spur Zerker with a rage quit. 500 kick says, praise the cash. Thanks for the work you do, Stephen. My pleasure. I think we're all caught up on the support. We want to thank all of you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And remind you, we are a viewer-supported show. So if on YouTube, even if you're watching a replay, you could just hit that thanks button and throw a couple bucks in our hat and keep us working here. So we thank all of you for your kindness, generosity, and support. In closing, all I will say is that I support anyone who would support free speech over censorship. And isn't it interesting that Hampley's always crying that he's getting, demonetized, or the woke mob is attacking him and people are trying to cancel me. Woke people try to cancel my channel and ruining my business. But he was so willing to take away somebody else's livelihood, right? So willing to threaten to destroy somebody's channel. But what we see is, pardon me, what we see is Jeremy Hambley is a paper tiger. He's going to use all his connections and he's going to destroy the Kino casino. When I heard what he said in that message, that first he'll take their Kick channel, then first he'll take their YouTube channel, then he'll take their Kick channel. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I literally couldn't believe that he was so stupid to do something that incredibly dumb. Like, oh, I'm going to take your YouTube channel from, really? You're going to take somebody's YouTube channel? Come on, quarter pounder, right? It's absolutely ridiculous that he thought that he could get away with this, that he thought everybody was going to just be okay with it. Like, the backlash from this has been tremendous. And it has been probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen somebody do on the internet. And I've seen some people do some pretty stupid shit, right? Yeah, and one more thing. just to display how ridiculous it is that this guy thinks he has any power or clout on the internet. Just for an example, I don't pocket watch, especially when they're my friends like Kino Casino. But I notice, how much in support do you think Kino Casino got last night? I wouldn't even want to venture to guess. I would say it's got to be more than $5,000, maybe more than 10. I don't know, because I don't really pocket watch them or add it up. This clown on his Scorched Earth stream, I believe this is his Scorched Earth stream, he had 445 live viewers, and he got super chat, $28 in super chats. Okay. Last night, Kino Casino, and again, I'm going from memory. I wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy laughing my ass off. But I did notice that I think they cracked more than $12,000. Or excuse me, they cracked more than 12,000 live viewers, and probably took in somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 or $10,000. Again, I don't watch them, but I know, I know one thing, Quarter Pounder. They did better than $28 in support last night. Go watch their show. They thank everybody gifting subs. They call them all out. You can add it all up, bitch. But you, Mr. Big Quarter Pounder, and what is he, like AI-ing himself to look skinnier in his thumbnails? Look at that. Dude's got to be 350, right? 350, 400 pounds. He looks it. I don't know. So I just think it's funny. He's going to destroy somebody, and he's got 445 live viewers, which if that was me, I'd be happy, but he's supposed to be a big shot, remember? How is the whole thing, like, how are you going to threaten everybody with all your connections and this and that, and you got $28 in super chats? You know, that's one of those things, right? It just shows that he's childish and stupid, right? Just childish and stupid. I still can't believe he did this. And again, he said, Scorched Earth tomorrow at 12. I love having such an amazing topic to start the week out with. And then he bitched. He bitched out. He did not do what he claimed he was going to do. He talked about the Iran war or some nonsense because he was afraid, because he knew. I think he sobered up by then. And again, with the threats. First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion, easy takedown. And next will be your kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. So here he is, directly threatening their YouTube channel, directly threatening their Kick channel. And we know that he slid into the CEO of Kick, slid into those DMs saying we have to talk about some stuff, right? The threats are cringe, absolutely cringeworthy. Anybody who would do that is a bitch, right? Anybody who would do that is a complete and total bitch, in my view. That's not something a man does, right? That's not something a man does. Like, who do you think you are? Like I said, presidents can't deplatform comedians and comedy shows, but somehow the quartering's going to do that? Absolutely, completely and totally ridiculous. This guy has no self-awareness, and he has no idea, like the can of worms he just opened. What do you think they're going to do now, Jeremy? They are going to roast you until you beg for mercy. And I'm pretty sure that I do see something like, happening with this. Like Jeremy literally will be begging them to stop covering them, maybe bribing them to stop covering them. Who knows? But I really think that they're going to go at him with no mercy now. They're going to go at him 10 times harder, and he deserves this. You deserve this, you fat slob loser, anti-woke, anti-cancel culture, betrayed all the ideals you pretend that you stand for. Come on, quartering, you slob. And you know what's funny is I've been watching the Kino Casino, especially my favorite. I told Andy and PPP, my favorite segments were the quartering segments for the last bunch of shows. Little did I know that I would be preparing to cover him myself. And by the way, I didn't plan to, and I don't know that we'll continue. Most of tonight was just about supporting my friends and supporting free speech and standing up to a bully. Like I said, I hope 100 channels on YouTube cover this. Don't let him sweep it. Don't let him sweep this. Do not let him sweep this. Do not let him forget what he did. And he will pay. He will pay for this, right? Who is Corey Good? look in our YouTube channel. He's a secret space grifter that got caught. He told everybody he was going on secret space adventures for like 8 years, and then he had to do a court deposition, and he admitted he'd never even been to space. He's basically a UFO locale. There's a lot of them. So we have done our due diligence, and we're going to bounce on out of here. Now, this is against my better judgment, because Jeremy has spent so much time talking about shitting himself and having shit emergencies, right? Remember, we had that circus show segment called Shit Emergencies. And again, this is all comedic parody. So, don't flag my channel or my video. Try to get my video taken down, quarter pounder, you slob. I think you've pissed off enough people on the internet for 1 week. So that would be inadvisable. But I do have lawyer letters standing by for the cases of frivolous complaints. So just be aware of that. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Welcome back, a lot of you Kino Casino viewers. I missed you. I hope you come again. Come again. That sounds like something at the massage parlor, right? It's good to see you all. And I really do think we're going to be doing some different kind of content. Like I said, we're going to start a day show with that so we don't piss off the usual audience who wants to see UFO scammers getting felted. We want to continue to serve the core audience, but I sure love this story. I think this is one of the best stories I've ever seen on the internet. And I'm proud of those guys for standing up to him. A lot of people would have caved. This guy's got $5 million. He's threatening to destroy our show. He's threatening to destroy our livelihood and screw up our money. Like, maybe we should just take the videos down. I've been in that position myself. But like them, I knew that the best way to stand up to a bully is to punch him in his face. I mean that as a figure of speech. I've had many people threaten me to take videos down. I've never done it. Never. And we've had coordinated attacks where one grifter got him and his friend and his wife and somebody else all to file strikes against me at the same time. They tried to destroy my YouTube channel. I did not back down. And in fact, the last time it happened was around Christmas time this past year. And, I just resigned myself. Like, I might lose my YouTube channel if I don't back down here. I'm not backing down. I'll just go to Kick. I'll go to Rumble. I'll keep going. And like Kino boys were talking about, I've been through tough times. I'm a survivor. You're not getting rid of me, right? In fact, it's so funny. When I was in the hospital having brain surgery, there were people dancing all over my grave, and I wasn't even in it yet. That'll show you the kind of caliber of some of the people that we cover here. They were all, and now they're telling people I have brain cancer, I have brain damage. None of that is true. It's so stupid, right? But we've done our due diligence. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. We had tremendous attendance tonight and tremendous support towards our funding goals. Thank you all for your kindness, generosity, and support. Thanks to you YouTube channel members, you Patreon supporters. And by the way, I'm going to just say it one more time. So many new viewers tonight. Please do smash the subscribe button. It really would help us out. Huge boost to our channel. If you enjoyed tonight's content, you'll probably enjoy some of our future content. And I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No place I would rather be. You can follow me on X at Stephen Cambion. You can follow me on Facebook at Stephen Cambion. And also, you can check out our website for all the latest episodes, whether you want them in audio or video format. That's truthseekershow.com. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, we love and appreciate all of you, but you're missing half the fun. So going over to YouTube, put Truth Seekers, one word in the search bar, look for me, the strange guy with sunglasses. And again, smash that subscribe button, huge boost to our channel. Hit the notification bell and come and be a part of the live tapings for the podcast and the live interactive chat. You are most welcome. Okay, so that's really all. I'll be back tomorrow night, but for now, that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, my name is Stephen Cambion, reminding you, you can never let a bully win. Good night, and God bless all of you. And God bless Jeremy Hambley. Jeremy, I don't think you have any idea what's coming for you. God bless you all, and good night.
Woo! looking for a toilet. This is fucking gruesome. Yeah, walk into the store like, what up? Here comes a big fart. Nah, I just dumped. I did a shit at a Walmart. Poop on the floor, short, take some beating. The people like, damn, buddy, what you eating? Wading in ankle deep, headed to the sit down, dressed in all white, but now everything's turning brown. Washing off in the sink, guy standing next to me. Probably should have closed his mouth, flex a poop flying free. Piss. Oh shit, there's a taco truck, friends. I'm gonna poop my pants. Only got $25 in my pocket. I'm pooping, looking for a toilet. This is fucking gruesome. I'm gonna poop my pants. Only got $25 in my pocket. I'm pooping, looking for a toilet. This is fucking gruesome. I wear these poop stained clothes. My show's unwatchable. I took a big ass dump on the grift shop. That's my show. I wear these poop stained clothes. My show's unwatchable. I took a big ass dump on the grift shop. That's my show.